Mic check, mic check, mic check. How am I sounding? Hello, hello, hello. Can y'all hear me? Chat, chat, chat. What's good? What's good? Let me know if you guys hear me nice. And if my mic is nice and clean. Recently picked up a new mic, actually. So hopefully I sound great. I wonder if y'all would notice a difference, though. Your boy dropped like 5 bills on this mic. Yeah, so hopefully you guys notice the difference. Hopefully my voice sounding extra sexy, you know what I mean? Yo, yo, yo. As you guys can see, I'm waiting. I'm waiting for this goofy ass guy, Jmaine, to pull up. The best co-host around. He's always late, though. But you guys already know the vibes. Every time we're extremely late, we always have one of our greatest shows. So have a little bit of patience. But until then, I'm going to shout out a couple of people in the chat. I want to shout out to all my first-time viewers. If you are a first-time viewer, I want to shout you out. I want to shout out to all my channel members out there. I see you, Rich Homie Sean. I see you, Arcade. I also want to shout out all my mods. Nev, I see you. Sofa Spy. Let me shout out some people from the chat too. Tony Plays Games, what's good? How you doing? Dark Prince 430, what's up? Excalibur, what's good? King Reaper 74G, yo, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? John Donuts, Blade X, Wise Guy. Blade X, Black Dragon, Roxas 180. What's good? What's good? It's Black Ace, DrewTube. I appreciate everyone hitting the like button already, and we haven't officially started yet. It's gonna be a good show. Same old 23. What's up? Jaren Stamps. What's up? True Virgil, what's up? Let me see. If you want a quick shout out, say what up in the chat. But yeah, man, I hope everybody's staying safe. Oh, I hope everybody's blessed. Playing good games. Yo, this man Jmaine told me he's gonna be 5 minutes late. 5 minutes late. Boys, 13, 14 minutes late. Holy. If I was paying him, I would dock his pay. Leaky, what's up? Leaky's about to hit level 88 in Diablo 4. I need to hop on Diablo 4. I still haven't had an opportunity to jump on and play. I've actually been playing Final Fantasy 4, which I'll be talking about once the podcast starts a little bit during our introductions. There he go.
Yo, you
Late.
hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear, sir.
All right, my fault. This fucking nap, dog, that I took.
Oh my God, bro.
When I tell you I was in hibernation, my nigga, winter is here. Hold on, let me turn my shit off. My fault.
Yes, sir. It's all good, brother.
Yeah. Yo, how y'all weather been out there, son? I feel like I'm living in fucking like
You
a
know
tropical rainforest, my nigga.
Yeah. you know, today raining like crazy. It was pouring.
You
bro.
said rain and lightning?
Yeah, rain and lightning today. Today was pretty bad. But besides that, I think halfway through the day it started to warm up though. You know what I mean? It got a little bit hotter. But he's saying New York was or Albany wasn't too to nice
Like,
weather. What do you mean? Was it like pouring or something? Was it raining all day or what? What's good?
I like ever since the summer officially got here, it's been nothing but like, I mean, it's hot, but it's like humid. Like usually we don't get that humidity. Like it feels like we in Florida. Like the
I
humidity level
see.
is
I see. I see.
disgusting.
I
And
see.
if
I
it ain't
see.
doing that, it's raining. Like right now, it's fucking pouring. I hope my power don't go out, but right now,
Holy.
it's like pouring, thunder, lightning. Like it's like it's really been that, and then humidity. So yeah, this shit is kind of ass.
No, I hate when the weather be like that. That's when your nuts start sticking to your thigh and shit. Nah, I don't like that.
Facts. Like Fourth of July was terrible, yo. Like I was, yeah, like you said, ball sticking to the thighs.
Oh man, we
I
here.
might coming
We
through
here.
good though.
Yeah, everything's looking good. The camera's
I
looking at. Everything's looking straight. So
bet,
we ain't gonna waste no time. We're gonna jump straight into the topics, to the introduction of the podcast. But we do got a super chat donation, which I'm gonna read in a little bit. But good game in episode 40. Today's gonna be a really good episode. A lot has happened the past couple of weeks. We missed last.
Oh yeah, we was
episode.
off last week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was off last week. Nothing happened last week. Anyways, it was extremely dry.
Yeah.
So, we took a little bit of a break. But this week we definitely have a whole bunch of stuff to talk about. As you guys can see by the title, it is open mic night. So let me explain open mic night for the people who don't know. Every once in a while, we free up the pod so the viewers can come and jump on to the podcast and give us their thoughts. Right? So if you want to be a part of the podcast, all you have to do is hit that link in the pin comment. Hit that link in there and jump into the waiting room. And we'll drag you in to the good game in chat once we start open mic officially and stuff like that. So be a part of the podcast, get involved, and yeah, I appreciate it. If you guys enjoy the show, make sure you guys leave a like. It's always appreciated. And Jmaine, before we
Yes,
go ahead and get
sir.
started, man, how you been? Besides taking a really long ass nap on a Thursday, which you got a podcast.
Dog, I can't wait. I'm good though. Like I can't wait
That's good.
for this not the month to be over. Like cause my birthday and shit next week, and then
Yes, sir. That's dope.
uh yeah, and then at the end of the month, we're going on my 7 day cruise. So
Huh? You going on a boat?
oh yeah, it's gonna be like what my fourth time.
You fearless, bro. You not scared of nothing.
Nah, the cruise definitely don't scare me. Now, it has been some stories in the in the universe where motherfuckers is jumping off the cruise ship and disappearing. I'm not doing no shit like that. You ain't gonna catch me jumping off the back of the boat while it's moving. While it's moving, my black ass is damn near in the middle, okay? If not sleeping.
So
But
is it one of them boat cruises where you're gonna be like hovering around an island, or they're actually taking you like deep into the ocean type of shit?
no, it's going from so we started in Jersey and then it's going from there to Florida. And then from Florida we go into the Bahamas. So like yeah, you're gonna be in the
Sheesh.
ocean traveling and stuff like that. But
I'm too scared, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm a punk, bro.
but nah,
I'm a
that's
punk, bro. I'm too scared
it's
of
pretty
that.
fire. It's pretty fire. Like it's mad shit to do on this cruise ship. It has like 17 or 18 different decks. So pause. That sounds crazy. So it's mad activities and stuff for us to do. And I just can't wait. I can't wait to go, man. It's gonna be like a family reunion type thing. So a lot of family gonna be there,
Yeah, that's
and
dope. That's
I have
dope.
a
That's dope.
blast, bro.
That's dope. That's dope. Well, happy early birthday. But I'm definitely gonna wish you on your day. When's your day?
Next Friday.
Next
Friday.
Friday. Next Friday. That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope. That's
I'll
dope.
be here day before, shit like that.
Yes, sir. What you been playing? What you been on? What you been playing?
Um,
So
yeah, you tried to come at me on the timeline
I
today
saw that.
because I was delving in the streets of Stray. To be
You
honest,
believe
I've
this
been
guy?
wanting to play that for a minute, but it's about to leave PlayStation Plus, so I had to make sure.
Oh,
I had to
that's
make sure I
why.
played that shit now. Yeah, that's the only reason
That's
I'm playing it
why.
now.
Because I'm like, yo, we got like Final Fantasy 16 out. We got Diablo 4 out. We got Street Fighter 6 out. We got all these fire games out. Why the hell are you playing straight? Like, you supposed to play
Yeah,
that like last year, yo? Like, why you playing straight?
yeah. I missed out on it last year, but this year I'm playing through. It's not bad. I like it so
I
far.
haven't finished it myself.
Um,
I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm not a cat lover like that, so I kind of got bored. Like playing. I played it for like an hour, and I'm like, I'm gonna get back to this one. I'm
yeah,
gonna get back to this one.
the cat portion of it is probably like the least interesting thing about it to me. I just like the world that it is, and what's going on within the world, and you start doing exploring, figuring out why the robots and shit are the way they are, and what's going on around them.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's actually dope on that level. Like the cat stuff is cool. Like if you're a cat lover, they got little stuff here and there for you, like the purring and the scratching up on the wood, different like objects and shit that cats love and stuff like that. It's cool like
Hmm.
that. But I'm like you, I'm not no cat guy, so that stuff don't like make me fall head over heels. But
Yeah,
cool little short game. I should have it beat probably like by tomorrow or something like that.
Jamie, tell the
And
truth. You trying to pad that list this year? Because I'm gonna smoke your boots. You trying to
listen,
pad that games beat list
listen,
this year?
listen. I got what is it? July? Yeah, I got about 6 more months to fill out my excuses. So you know what I mean. I'm gonna be all right. I'm gonna be all
You're gonna
right.
look for
But
2 hour games. Play Abzu for the fourth time. You're gonna beat it on
game,
like Steam Deck
did,
or
did
fucking.
I tell you? Did I
What's
tell you
up?
Game Pass is a very great service, and it allows me to explore titles that I never would have played, as well as PlayStation Plus. So just want to put that out there.
Yes,
And
sir.
then
Yes,
of
sir.
course I've been playing Final Fantasy 16. Finally got a motion blur patch.
What's up?
Which helps, but it ain't it's one of the many things that they need to adjust. I have a long laundry list of quality of life shit that they need to work on with that game. Some
AKA
of
the
the
PC version. That's what you really want.
yeah, yeah, yeah. 'Cause
That's what you
it took
really
them
want.
weeks to even give us that motion blur patch. So I'm not holding my breath for anything else. Like at this point, they
You
the
beta
performance
we
is
beta
still bad.
testers, J Man. We have to just keep it 1,000. We beta testers when it comes to Final
Yeah,
Fantasy 16.
yeah, fucking, that's crazy, yo. Like that's terrible. You were supposed to be getting these consoles and this next generation, quote unquote next generation. That's supposed to push shit forward, and it's shit been ass, dog. Like people say we having an amazing year, but then I just always think about all the shortcomings of this year with games that I want to like, but performance has hindered it.
Mhm.
Star Wars and shit, Final Fantasy, Zelda, shit like I don't know. I always it's an asterisk, a big asterisk next to that. One of the best years for me.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how you
Dang.
feel. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
But that's all you've been playing?
Uh, yeah, Battlefield. Of course, I'm always dabbling in
Battlefield.
that. But
Okay.
that's pretty
Okay.
much it. What about you, man? What you been up to? What you been playing? How's the
Like
boy?
you, I've been playing Final Fantasy as well, but I actually beat it and got the
Oh,
platinum.
oh, that's
So
shots. That's you sending shots my way. Oh,
no, I'm not even sending those shots, but I actually beat it and I
all
got the
right.
platinum. And I really look when it's all said and done. I can honestly say I really freaking enjoyed the game. The game is really good, especially when it comes to its story. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As an action game, yeah, you can play around and do some pretty cool things in this
Well,
game with
but
different combinations with like the different icons and stuff like that.
mhm.
But it's still not as deep as a game like like Devil May Cry 5 in terms of like what you can really do in terms of like combos and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
That's
So
crazy.
it falls in an area that's pretty
Mhm.
interesting where it's an action game, but they don't go super over the top with the action game in terms of like what you can really do,
Right.
right? As far as if it's a role playing game, but the role playing is hardly there too. But
Mm.
but it was a fun, like I said, I really enjoyed the story. I really enjoyed the ride. By the end of it, I can't even lie, bro. I was in my feelings a little bit. I ain't gonna get into no spoilers or none, but I was in my feelings by the end of the game.
Right.
But I did enjoy this experience. I really did enjoy the experience, and I would say personally, as of right now, it does make my top five of 23.
Do you have
Does make
five like that would make that list, or is it probably like
Tears of the
four?
Kingdom is definitely number one.
Right.
I would actually, as of right now, because there's some games I still need to beat. But if we're
Yeah.
talking about
Yeah.
the games that I strictly beat, Final Fantasy definitely falls at number two for me this year. So it's still
Over
in a really good.
remake.
Yeah, Yeah,
Okay.
I'll take it over Resident Evil remake. Just because it is a remake and it's a game that I have played before to a certain extent, but I still think that game was, Resident Evil 4 remake is one of the best this year and
Yeah.
deserves a nomination for Game of the Year. I know that's like a controversial, what's
Absolutely.
it called? Because I think it deserves it. I think the quality is there, man. It's too good to be denied. Um, but yeah, I think Final Fantasy like makes my number 2 in terms of this
Okay.
year. But I've been playing that, and since after I beat that and I got the platinum, I've been on a little bit of a Final Fantasy like crave now. So I did go back and purchase Final Fantasy 4, the OG one from the Pixel remaster, and Final Fantasy 6, because people say those are like peak
The best
Final
ones.
Fantasy games. Those are like the best Final Fantasy games. I've
Mhm.
never played those games before. You know what I mean? So I'm 3 hours into Final Fantasy 4,
Mhm.
and I must say, yo, I've been asleep even for a game this old, bro. This game is really good, yo. The game is
Oh,
really good,
I
bro.
thought you said you've been asleep. Like you
Oh,
can't,
it's
like
putting
you
me to
can't
nah,
stay
it's not
awake
putting me
while
nah, it's
playing
not
it.
putting me to sleep. Like I've been sleeping on the game. Like
Oh,
Final
okay.
Fantasy 4 so far for a game that old, bro. That game, I like what they did with the pixel remaster. The image looks clean. The text
Yeah.
boxes look clean. I like what they did with that shit too. But I'm really enjoying Final Fantasy 4 so far. I am liking the turn-based combat of it too, man. Like I could see
Mhm.
them really doing like a 2.5D type of remake of it, and it would probably be super fire. You know what I mean? Square Enix should look into doing that. But I'm having a good time playing Final Fantasy 4 right now, and I'm also back on Dark Souls 3. I'm trying to finish that up. I'm almost done that. I'm gonna finish that up just now.
Was that one of the ones you never beat, or you
Yeah, I
just?
never got around. I never got around to that. Like I played it like halfway through, but I just
Yeah.
stopped. But I'm almost done the game. I'm actually fighting the Nameless King right now, getting my ass whooped. So, uh, yeah, I'm gonna finish that game just now. But Final Fantasy 4 is probably like my main game that I'm gonna try and focus on and finish up so I can jump on Final Fantasy 6. But
Yeah.
we that's all I've been playing. Yeah, that's all I've been playing, bro.
The Pixel remasters, they do they sell them like in a like
Separate,
bundle, or you can only buy them
both.
separate?
You could buy them. You could buy in a bundle and separately, from my
Okay.
understanding.
I think my game share partner either bought a couple of them or he got them all. So
I think it's
I'm
worth
like,
checking out. I'm playing it on
yeah,
the
I think
Steam Deck
so.
too, so it's nice. I'm actually enjoying it
Yeah,
on
it's
the Steam Deck.
perfect for the handheld shit like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's perfect
that's
on
how
the
I
Steam
felt
Deck.
when I was playing Final Fantasy VII, like the original shit. I was like, oh, damn, I kind of wish I still had either like my Vita or something like to remote play it on there or something like that. Or
Yeah,
um,
yeah.
no, I was
So
playing on the Switch. I'm bugging. I played it on the Switch. Yeah, so yeah, it was
yeah,
perfect.
I think it's available on the Switch. So you can always play it there.
Yeah, yep,
Yeah,
yep, yep. That's exactly
yeah,
how I did. Yeah, those type of games I love playing those in handheld.
yeah. It's
So
perfect for that. Definitely perfect
that's
for
what's
that.
up.
But
That's
that's
what's
all. Yeah,
up.
that's all I've been playing. Besides that, yeah, I've been chilling, taking care of Junior. Boy, growing up
Mm.
so fast. It's about to be 3 months in a couple
Three
of
months
days.
already?
Or 3 months in a couple of days. He's looking tough. He's looking
Dang.
big. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean. I'm getting used to father life too. So you know what I
Yeah,
mean.
that's
It's
what's
been
up.
nice. It's been nice. All right, so let me read these super chat donations before we get too late into the podcast and too deep into some conversations. Excalibur says, "Payday inbound. What else is inbound? The sound of Twitter fingers being confronted for their early celebrations after being embarrassed." We're gonna be
What was
talking
that?
about it. I'm pretty sure he's talking about the whole FTC
Oh, oh,
Microsoft
oh, oh. I thought he was
drama.
talking about Twitter paying motherfuckers for for impressions and shit now. I was about to say, yeah, payday inbound. I need that.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, I need to
This one is from Grammy says, "Did y'all talk about Skullgirls drama last week? We didn't have a podcast last week, and I actually do not know anything about Skullgirls, the drama that was going on with that. You heard of anything about that, Jamie? I would
nah,
have
I
to do
don't.
some research about that. I'm actually not informed uh, on the whole controversy that's going on with Skullgirls. I'm gonna have to look into that. I'm gonna have to look into that.
Yeah, no,
But
I'm definitely not hip.
yeah. But Jamie, let's go ahead and get started. Before we get into the big topic where I'm going to invite people to join up on the podcast, I do want to go over a few smaller topics that happened the past 2 weeks. Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag
Nah,
is
shit.
rumored to be getting a remake. How do you feel about that? First of all, I'm actually curious how you feel about that.
I don't know why. I'm confused a little bit by this one. Um, it's been a
You
minute.
confused? It's arguably one of the best Assassin's Creed ever made.
Yeah, but it's like, what's wrong with it where it needs a whole remake? You know what I'm saying? Like, I could understand if they were, up resin, maybe doing some texture work, higher
60
frames per
frames.
second, like a remaster. I can understand like if it was a remaster, but a whole remake is what I don't understand. And it is a remaster, not a remake. A remake, I don't get, because to me, I'm at the point where remakes is like, what are you doing that would if you remaking something, what are you doing that adds like to the gameplay and shit like that?
Mm.
If you're gonna do a full remake. So for me, Assassin's Creed Black Flag, that's when to me Assassin's Creed was at its essence. Like I
Yeah,
love the
this is kind of
portion of it.
peak. This is like peak.
Yeah, like I think that was a nice blend of everything. So I don't think it needs if anything, maybe remake the first one, but Black Flag, I don't see that other than upres and performance like boosts and shit like that. I don't think it needs it.
Typically, like you're saying, since the game is not really that old, we're talking about a game that released, I believe, when is this, 2015, 2016? Probably around
Yeah.
them times, or around
I
them
think it
times,
was
right?
24.
Or it's even older than that? Is it 2014? Is it about to be a decade?
It was early last gen.
It's one of the launch games for the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. I'm
Yes,
pretty
yes,
sure
yes,
it was a launch
yes,
game.
yes. You're right.
So it
2013.
might.
Yep,
So
2013.
wow. Okay. So we're entering a decade, 10 years.
10 years. Yep.
Damn, the game don't look that. I'm watching this trailer right now. The game don't look that bad for 10 years old. You know what I mean? It still look
I was
alright.
just playing this shit at work. On the last generation platform too. Like some of my individuals that I help take care of, they got like game systems. So I was helping them
Oh,
through
okay.
Black Flag. Like on 360 at that. And I'm like, the game still doesn't look that bad. Like other than
Yeah,
like
it's not.
texture work, like I said,
Yeah,
resolution,
yeah.
the
Character
mechanics are
models.
down.
Yeah, the character models don't, obviously has aged, and we could see it. Listen, the only reason why I would be for this, Jmaine, because it's literally one of my favorite Assassin's Creed games ever. You know what I mean? I feel like this is like peak. For me, my rankings go to Black Flag, Brotherhood, and that's probably where my top three and one. I actually I like Assassin's Creed 1 a lot. Low key, that game be getting a lot of hate, but I do like the first one a
was a
lot.
movement. When that first one
I
came out, people loved that first one, dog.
You know,
so any hate for it now is
yeah,
I
people.
don't know,
Yeah, I
weird
think
shit
people
do.
see it's always strange, right? Because sometimes when a game, when a game initially came out, people loved it, but after some time, then people start shitting on it. You know what I mean? Like people at one point in time, people were shitting on the very first Assassin's Creed, but I never really understood that. It's actually one of my favorite ones. Like I said, I think my list goes two all-time favorites, two because of like the story that was amazing. Black Flag, Brotherhood, and one Assassin's Creed 1. That's like my top four. I can't think of five right now. I can't think of it. I don't even like the new Assassin's Creed. I don't like what the Origins.
Oh yeah. Ever since they switched over
like
to
that. I
the
don't like it.
more of the RPG Witcher-esque style, I couldn't get those.
I'm not a fan,
Nope.
to be honest.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, are they gonna remake Black Flag to be more in the vein of what we getting now with like a
Hope
Valhalla?
not. Then I don't want it. No, I don't
Right.
want
You know what I'm
it.
saying? I don't want them to do something like that
Yeah.
where they can just, and plus they're already doing, like, it seems like if Mirage does well, then they might be on the path to giving us the smaller scale Assassin's Creeds that we kind of used to. And in addition to like the bigger RPG style stuff as well. So I don't know. I think maybe the remake will give them more money or something to help fund some of the other stuff, but they got so much Assassin's Creed shit in the works. They might just fuck around and do something like that. It almost reminds me of fucking the rumor about Harad. That's even
but the
worse.
rumor though, it says it's far off. So granted, the rumor says it's like at its earliest stages and it's far off. We're talking about like 4 or 5 years off, but it's gonna happen. So will you feel the same way 5 years from now? Do you think you feel the same?
Yeah, I would. I just think games that came from the PS4 or even like the PS3, maybe not, maybe
Don't
late
say that.
PS3.
PS3 games, I think
PS3
they brought back
don't
some
really
of them because, right, let's not forget Demon Souls remake was a PS3 or like PS3.
Yeah,
that remake looked incredible too, right? That was it looked incredible.
So early PS3, yes, but late PS3, nah. Like mid to late, nah. Like look at Uncharted. Like Uncharted 2 3. I mean, they just
Not
remastered
really.
those, and they
It's
were
not really
fine.
necessary. Yeah, it's not really
That was
necessary. I see
fine.
what you're saying.
Last of Us, yeah, don't get me started on Last of Us. That shit definitely didn't need a remake, at least the way that they did it. Like it didn't need it. And yeah, so I don't think I would feel different. I just think games look good from the end of the PS3 and PS4 generation where they don't need remakes like that. They just need
Mm,
up resin or performance FPS patches and texture character models and stuff like that work.
okay. Okay. All right. Do you know what else is rumored?
No.
A whole bunch of Horizon games. Whole bunch of Horizon. Okay, I got a question for you and the people in the chat to participate in too, because I definitely got to know.
Horizon. Yes.
Why do I feel like, you could correct me if I'm wrong, why do I feel like the hype for Horizon is manufactured and it's
You feel
not
like it's a
real?
plant? Like
I
it's
really feel.
like it's
Do
some
y'all see
fly
what I
on the
mean?
boss girls
I
that's running
feel
towards the
no. I
camera.
really feel that Horizon as a franchise, like dudes don't love it like how they love like a Zelda like that or a God of War, or they don't
Mm.
love it. I feel like it's a franchise that PlayStation is kind of shoving it in our face. Because when I talk to people, and not only they like when I talk to people, it seems like people think it's cool. Like it's just like it's cool, but people are not really in love with the Horizon franchise like that. You know what I mean?
Um,
So I feel. Do you feel like PlayStation has some sort of like agenda, kind of like pushing this game? Because I don't see the. I don't see. I'll say, look, we know it's selling great. We know it's selling great. Obviously,
I think that's your answer
multiple
right there.
multiple sales,
Of,
mad
of
bundles.
course.
You know what I mean? So you know.
What games don't? What games don't? Hold on. What games don't?
I'm just talking my shit. I'm talking shit.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying. But you know what I'm saying. It seemed no to me. I feel like it's manufactured. I feel like that's like the best word I could describe how I'm feeling about Horizon and its hype. I feel like it's manufactured. You know them girls running around. You know those girls running around on the internet that they're running and shit and they're like
And
rapping
then what?
and
Yeah, yeah.
we're just seeing them everywhere now and like
Fly on a
I,
boss or however you say that.
I feel like Horizon is that.
No.
That's what I feel like. So if you guys
Shout
don't know
shout
the
out
rumors,
to them girls. Shout out to them girls. Man. They do what they think. But
industry plants. But I just want to say, look, apparently, guys, there's a Horizon Zero Dawn remake in the works. There's
yeah,
a Horizon MMO in the works. There's a Horizon co-op multiplayer game in the works, and there's obviously the sequel to Horizon Forbidden West in the
and don't
works.
forget the TV show.
That's why I'm asking you this question once again. Man's like Horizon that much?
I mean, you said it yourself. It sells well. I mean, a lot of games go on sale and they don't hit marks like 8 million, or a lot of games get on bundles. They don't hit marks like 8 million in a year. The first Horizon did amazing numbers. I think, what was the last report on Horizon Zero Dawn?
I feel like the franchise number was like around like 15 million plus, around like the total franchise number.
Over 20 million for
It's
Zero
20?
Dawn.
It's 20?
20 million for Zero
Oh
Dawn.
wow.
And so they look at it as I think it's just the Twitter sphere. Like, and I'm okay with people not liking the game. Like, I'll never get on somebody if you don't like it. You got valid reasons why you don't like it. Cool. I just think a lot of people around here don't like Horizon. And so when they see stuff like them pushing or them actually supporting this franchise with content, they're like, "Oh, it's being forced down our throat." Do you know that they gave us 3 GTA games in like 3 or 4 years before, and nobody ever complained like they was forcing that shit down our throats?
Of course, because GTA
Nobody,
was hot.
because
It
people
was a
loved it.
hot,
Exactly,
yeah, it was a
exactly my
hotness.
point. So if it's something you love, the amount of content that they're producing for it, it's not a problem. It's never a problem. Maybe the remake, that's no, not necessary. The MMO is a stretch, but when you look at the landscape of gaming, the RPGs that are big, or the RPGs, or the pillar RPGs from a publisher or a developer, they are leaning towards create MMOs. You got Elder Scrolls Online, fucking Final Fantasy 14 online, shit like that. Like, I feel like they want to ingratiate Horizon with with more things. And to be honest, they want to make it that it franchise
And
for
it aligns
PlayStation.
with their agenda for having more games as a service type of game. So it makes sense
Yeah,
that they're looking for ways to make a franchise like Horizon like multiplayer from what I mean, so they can monetize it for the long run. I can't even lie. When it comes to the spin-offs, I'm probably more interested than the Horizon spin-offs as of right now than the main game, probably the main sequel to Horizon Forbidden West. I'm actually curious to see this multiplayer experience. I could see that being actually pretty fun if you actually could create your own character. You know what I'm saying? And jump in with friends and
yeah.
do like some Monster Hunter type of taking down machines. That could be a good time. So I'm not mad at that. To be honest, that sounds a lot more fun than just another story about
Yeah,
Aloy narrative, another narrative
and the
about
amount of
Aloy.
money they spend on Horizon, they gonna need these multiplayer projects to be something so they can recoup like they
Yeah,
220
but
million for Horizon.
they
Like,
can't. Yeah, but Jamie, they can't mix it up. They can't like sneak a kill zone in there or something.
nah,
Sneak a little bit different. Like, you know
nah,
what I mean? They're just
nah.
going a new IP, but they're just gonna go 5 Horizon games. Come on, bro.
So after three, like after Horizon 3, I don't think they should focus on the mainline game. Probably
They should
because
wrap
I
it
don't
up.
know.
No, they should wrap it
Yeah,
up after that. I
I
ain't
don't know
gonna
where
hold you,
else you
bro.
can go after three.
They
Like
should wrap it up.
based on where the story is heading, three is looking like it could be the wrap up for the trilogy. And then they can go away with that and maybe continue with the multiplayer MMO content and stuff like that. And then then we start talking about maybe like a new IP or a new franchise. But yeah, I just think y'all niggas be hating on Horizon, man, and y'all hate to see something y'all hate get supported with content and games and shit like that in the future. So it's all good. I just you know what I mean, just keep hating. That's all I'm gonna say. Keep hating. Man. As one of my favorite franchises keeps getting supported. I love it.
And well, I hope you enjoy it, and I'll be there too. Don't get it twisted. I'm gonna try it out. You already know me. I'm gonna try it out.
Yeah, but you got ulterior motives and shit like that.
What's my ulterior motives,
We don't really
Jamie?
want that support. You coming in with you coming in with hate glasses on. You
No,
coming
I'm
in with
not.
with them
J-Man,
LeBron.
I
Dr.
always
Eyeglasses.
bigged up. Nah, that's cap because I've always bigged up Horizon where it needs to be bigged up. Facts or fiction? Facts or fiction?
Fiction. I never once heard you big up the gameplay that the machine gameplay that's fire. I never hear you say that too much about that, man. You don't put a lot of
Because
respect on that.
the machine gameplay right now, because when it comes to Forbidden West, Jamie and I experienced that joint already. It's not much different. It ain't much different.
What that mean?
What do you mean? What that mean? The gameplay hasn't evolved that much since the first games. So what more for me to big up? The human to human combat is still trash, in my personal
Yeah,
opinion.
that's definitely ass. That's the I give you that one.
I
They
feel
need to
like with
scrap
Forbidden
the
West,
bullshit.
they kind of stuffed the game with some unnecessary mechanics. How many times did you make meals, Jmaine, in that game for your fights?
Never.
Okay, why is it in the game for?
Um, that's that. Like they try to do that RPG shit where they have meals and shit
But
for
once again, just another pointless mechanic just to
It's not
just whoring in the game for.
it's
What?
not pointless though if you utilize it. It's to your benefit. Like a lot of the stuff in that game, people don't utilize and realize that it can make for a better gameplay experience. I don't think it's pointless. It just gives you options. It just gives you different styles of gameplay to use. You know what I mean? Different buffs and different shit. We was just complaining about how Final Fantasy don't feel like an RPG because the lack of like buffs and status effects and things like that. All the shit that Horizon does. And people, that's now you saying it's unnecessary stuff that they pad the game with. Like, which one is it? So is it Wally Wally or is it one Mike?
Hey, like I said, I've always bigged up Horizon where it needs to be bigged up. The visuals, what Guerrilla Games does with getting a game looking that good and running that smooth on consoles is very, very impressive. The robot dinosaurs definitely look cool, but it's old now. We've seen it. It's done. But I think that's where it ends. I think where my compliments end still. I think that's where my compliments end. But shout out to all the men that fuck with Horizon. I beat both games, got platinum in both games too. So I mean like
You
I
need
know
to
I want to about it. I know I want to
fuck with
about
that
it.
Burning Shores DLC.
Hey, I need to finish it up actually. I'll finish it up eventually, but it's on the bottom of the list right now. I'll finish it up eventually. All right, moving on though. Black Panther.
Yes,
It looks like we get in the Black
Wakanda
Panther
forever.
game. All right, so the Marvel dynasty continues. We're getting a Captain America and Black Panther game. We're getting a Black Panther solo game. We're getting a Spider-Man 2. We're getting a Wolverine game. We're getting an Iron Man game. We're getting a whole bunch of Marvel games coming out. And yeah, this just got announced. I believe EA is publishing this game, and it's being created by a brand new studio. A brand new studio called Cliffhanger Games. I don't know who's heading it, if it's someone that is that we know. I haven't really read too much about it, so I ain't gonna lie, bro. But I did see it on the timeline that Black Panther is currently being developed by a studio called Cliffhanger, and we do not have an ETA when this game is coming out. We do not know.
Nah. Oh, so the studio is being led by a dude named Kevin Stevens. It was formed in 2021, so I doubt that they too far along in development. We probably at least 4 or 5 years probably from seeing this. So again, another issue that I have in the industry where shit gets announced too damn early. But this dude Kevin Stevens, he was a boss at Warner's Monolith, so the studio that worked on Shadow of Mordor and Shadow of War.
Okay.
What's crazy is even though they won't be able to utilize it, like the what's that fucking system called? And those Shadow
Nemesis,
the Nemesis system. Yeah, I think that would be cool for superhero games. I know the Wonder Woman game that I think is in development is supposed to be having that implemented into it. But for another game like Black Panther and Wakanda with the Nemesis system, I think some stuff like that would be cool. But yeah, this dude, he was ahead over there. So I think that leads me to be a little bit like excited for where this game could head, meaning that he did work on those games, and Shadow of Mordor definitely was a great game. Shadow of War, it didn't meet expectations.
It was still a good game, but just the I believe like the last chapter or the last like chapter of it or whatever, the arc of it was a grind. I heard they repaired it though, like they kind of fixed up it later after a lot of people complained about it, but it was extremely grindy to get like the ending of the game and shit like that in the last act of it. So but yeah, I actually wish we got more of those games, to be honest. Shadow of Mordor was extremely fun. Now when we were talking about a fun video game, that game was an extremely fun video game, bro.
Yeah, I loved it, man. That game, I think I ended up beating that.
I beat it twice. I beat it twice.
I want to say
on consoles and PC.
Yeah, that's exactly
I beat it on PS4 and I beat it on PC. I beat it twice.
Yeah, either that or I know I beat the second one on PC. But yeah, like this shit. I seen some of the developers that's working on it. One of this African developer came out and said he was excited to announce that he's working on it, and happy that they got a true African to be a part of the development team. Because I also saw that conversation too, like people wondering like who's a part of the development team that's going to help them create an authentic, much of as authentic Wakanda as possible with its references to real Africa and shit like that.
Yeah. I think hopefully it's going to be good. It seems like EA is taking these single player experiences extremely serious, and it's nice to see. It's actually nice to see.
Yeah, Marvel, I mean, you was listing off a couple of them, but they got mad shit.
A lot of coming out. Like I said, there's a Captain America and Black Panther game. You remember something like that got announced? It was like Captain America and Black Panther? Yeah.
Amy Hennig is doing that game. So that one has like 4 different characters in that game, and it's about like the wartime. So I think Captain America may be like the main, but it's like Black Panther, Captain America, 2 other people. I can't remember who else was in it, but yeah, they got a lot of shit coming out. I don't know. You feel like it's getting oversaturated with Marvel games?
You know what? As long as they're good, I'm about it. It almost feels like the early like PS2, like the PS2 Xbox, OG Xbox era, where we got like really dope Spider-Man games. We got like the Incredible Hulk game and stuff like that. Yeah, it does feel like that kind of era. So hopefully, as long as they're good, I'm down. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad at it. As long as the quality is better than the Marvel movies, then I'm with it. I'm with it. Because them movies been buns as of lately. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. Them movies been buns.
The MCU shits.
The MCU's been it might be a wrap for that, bro. I don't know.
You saw the new Spider-Man though, right?
The one with like Toby and them.
No, Across the Spider-Verse.
No, I haven't seen it. I haven't had time. I'm waiting for it to come home, bro. I got a baby at home. I can't go see the movie, bro.
Oh yeah. That's true. You can't leave
Yeah.
Mama Kofi in the
Yeah.
theater, buttery ass popcorn on his fingers, the baby at the crib screaming.
Yeah.
This shit is lit. She blowing up your phone. Now you
Exactly,
might be look.
exactly.
I think the shit is coming to
I think it's coming
digital
out digital soon.
in like
Yeah, it
five
is. It
days,
is.
or something like that.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
definitely gonna be watching at home. That and the
the
Flash. I'm gonna check out the
yeah.
Flash, even though I heard it's trash. I'm hearing the
I,
Flash is trash.
dude.
You heard?
Nah, I be like, I heard it was bad. I heard the CGI was bad. I heard the movie was underwhelming.
Damn, and that
Um,
was supposed to be the one too.
yeah. I mean, at least it'll be resetting the whole fucking. Well, it's
I
supposed to
guess
be
we gotta
resetting.
wait. We gotta wait for like Joker for a good superhero film. We gotta wait for like Joker or something like that.
Because they talk about that should be more of a musical. Like I don't know. Hopefully not too much.
Nah, I think they're probably blowing it out of proportion. I really doubt it's gonna be like a heavy music. It's probably gonna be like break it out to song and dance a little bit for certain. Because I could see the dynamic between like Harley Quinn and doing that type of shit. And then getting what Lady Gaga to do it. I think it's gonna be good. I actually think it's gonna be good.
Yeah. The wait for movies from the theater to digital is so short.
So
bro.
short now, bro. Very short.
Yeah, like if you can't make it to the movie day one, and then like a couple weeks go by, you might as well just wait. Don't even go. Like just wait for it to come home.
Yeah.
I don't know. Movie theaters might not make it.
Jmaine, the SSD.
The SSD.
The SSD. The PlayStation 5's SSD has been a huge topic of discussion since this console generation started. It's been marketed to honestly do magical things. The reason why some of these games are possible is because this super fast SSD makes it possible, right? And one of the examples that Sony marketed and the fans took and ran with and probably changed the narrative a little bit themselves too, and threw fuel on it, was with Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. You know what I mean? With the whole portals changing instantly, only possible, Jmaine, on the PlayStation 5. Well,
power the PS.
What happened though, Jmaine, is that Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart is coming to PC, right? And today we gotta look at the requirements. So on one of the requirements, on the requirement sheet, how I read it, it says that SSD is not needed. It is not needed, but is recommended.
Yep.
So I guess the big conversation happening on the timeline right now is, did we get lied to? And Jmaine, what's your take in all of this?
Did we get lied to? No, I don't think we got lied to. Because what I feel like when the developers from Insomniac or PlayStation, who they're talking to, who their target audience is when they mention things like this for the next generation console
gamers,
is to console gamers. So they talking to people who come from the PS4 that's going to the PS5. And when they say something like Ratchet and Clank is only possible with the SSD for the PS5, to me, what that means is their vision for that game isn't going to be the same if it is on PS4 as it is on the PlayStation 5. So if they're telling me that the SSD is required or needed for them to reach that vision, I don't think they lied, because I mean, it's yet to be seen. But if you throw a hard drive in there on the PC now, I know PC has other things that can help, like direct storage. I've been learning more about direct storage, which is supposed to help even hard drives, mechanical hard drives, process data faster so that assets load in much quicker, and things will be more seamless. But if you put in just a regular hard drive, like a PS4, I don't know if that Rift situation is going to be the exact same experience. It might be a little bit compromised, it might be a little bit hindered. And that is where I can't say that they lie. Have they maybe embellished a little bit overall?
All companies do this. You know what I mean? I don't know why people, in the end of the day, I don't know why people are so shocked when like a product is being marketed to them. You know what I mean? Like, you guys gotta remember this. Like, these is their job to kind of upsell their products. You know what I mean? They're not gonna
Right.
come and say like it's all right. You know what I mean? They're gonna use those type of catchphrases, only possible, only this, that, to get people hyped because clearly people fall for it. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I think the fact that people truly believe that, yo, this game is not possible, is only possible on my PlayStation. It shows that PlayStation's marketing worked and it was great. And it's actually that's why I tweeted out earlier today. It's a testament to their marketing that their marketing team is actually really good, and because as their fans, their consumers eat that shit up. They eat that shit up. So it's definitely gonna be super interesting to see because some people are on a timeline running with that. Yo, if you use an HDD, the game is gonna run at 720p 30, but they do not know how to read. They do not know how to read a fucking spec chart. That's not what that means. That's not what that means.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
actually ended up. I had to put a tweet about that. I ended up deleting it because I didn't want it to come up as me misinterpreting that as false information and shit like that.
Yeah.
I was kind of like making jokes of it, but that's not what that means.
That's not what that means. Yeah, because
The hard drive don't have nothing to do with graphics.
the hard drive has nothing to do with the graphics, and that they're just showing you like the minimum specs. So, because you could think about it yourself, right? If you have a high end CPU, a high end GPU, 32
Right.
gigs of RAM, but you have a mechanical hard drive in there, obviously it's not gonna run at 720p. You know what I'm saying? The hard drive just might affect the loading. That's what we have yet to be seen, like how it affects the loading of stuff. So it's definitely going to be interesting. A lot of people are going to do tests. I'm sure PlayStation is going to send over a review copy. I actually personally do not own a hard drive. I only have SSDs and NVMe SSDs in my PC. But I'm going to go out there and actually spend. Yeah, I'm gonna go out there and spend $80 on a hard drive, a 2 terabyte, real quick.
Top of the line hard drive too for that much.
Yeah, I'm gonna go buy for $80. I'm gonna go buy a 2 terabyte hard drive and install Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart so I can do a little bit of a test to see. How like what changes? What's the differences between the SSD and the HDD with my PC? You know what I mean?
I want you to see if you could find like a hard drive that I don't know all the technical shit, but if you could find something that kind of matches the PS4 speeds or something like that.
I'll see if I can buy two. I'll see it. The one I was looking at is like 750 RPM speed. The one I was looking at, but I have to go and see what the PS4 one is. I definitely curious to see what like how it would run and stuff like that on a PS4 style type of hard drive. I don't know, or
like is
something
the hard drive. Is the nigga chilling in the rift for like a couple, like 5 extra seconds?
You know what I'm assuming? If it's like what I'm assuming is unless you're doing. Listen, I'm not a developer, so I don't know. Unless you're doing some like different type of way to stream, like you said, like assets and stuff, load like a different type of way to stream shit in faster. That doesn't rely so heavily on like SSDs and hard drives. And I could definitely see that maybe when you do like the change, because you know the level where you're grinding and you hit like the gem and then like it switches, right?
Yeah,
I definitely could see that maybe just be maybe a little bit like 1 second or a second more pause, like is maybe that might not be as seamless as it is if you have a SSD. But I guess we're gonna see. You know, a lot of people are gonna be doing tests.
Yeah, but look into that. I don't know how much you know about the direct storage shit, but that sounded like a game changer. In fact, I think the Ratchet and Clank PC port is going to be like one of the first games that implements direct storage 1.2. That's supposed to, of course, help with that asset streaming and loading in and shit like that. So
there's always ways to work around stuff. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, when you're making the game for the when you're making the game for the PlayStation 5, you have a set hardware so they can, you know, take advantage of certain things, right? But when you're developing a game for a PC, you have to develop it in a way that it works across multiple different configurations. So there just got to be other routes you could take to get the same kind of effect or product, right? I would assume.
Right. No, definitely.
I would assume.
Did you hear what the developer? Because I know this was a topic too. We would talk about the developers of Horizon Gorilla. They were saying that they almost scrapped the flying. Oh, excuse me. Spoiler alert.
It's not a spoiler, bro. I ain't no spoiler by now, bro. Man. Come on, let it off.
Spoiler alert for Horizon Forbidden West. Please exit or skip ahead if you don't want to know. But they were saying that they were about to scrap the whole flying mechanic because they weren't sure if they could get it running properly on the PS4.
They did, though.
No, they did. They were able to make it work. But I do wonder if because it was also running on the PS4, that's why it was so much of an end game type of thing that you only got to utilize a little bit, and then like it wasn't really a lot of stuff designed around it within the game other than like the main type of missions and then traversal. Like they didn't really do too much with the mount. So interesting though.
Well,
I just love that.
from my knowledge of Horizon, and just in terms of how the game went in terms of its narrative, do you
Yeah.
think if they introduced, as of the game as it is, right? If they introduced the flying thing, would kind of ruin travel in that game, in the sense like you get to places to, like, you know what I mean?
No, like yeah, like so yes, correct in what you're saying, but even when they did make it available, it wasn't like more missions or more activities designed around the
Around
mount.
it, yeah, yeah.
It was like, because by the time I got to the mount, I had 100% of like all the activities and side missions that the game had to offer. So by the time you get it, it's really only
You
used
don't
for
need
like
it
the
for
final
anything.
missions and then traversing. Like you want to see the sights flying, that's it. That's all they utilize it for. I know the DLC, they used it more, and that's what I'm saying. Like, and that was only on the PS5. So um I do wonder, I do, and I also love that things like this come out after, now that they're only doing PS5 games, because before it was, oh no, we designed the game to be the best that it could be on PS5, and then we scale it
Yeah,
down,
that's how
and
they
then it
have to
works on
talk.
the.
That's
And
how they
now,
gotta
and
talk.
now it's, oh, we almost scrapped the whole thing because it wasn't gonna work on the PS. Like, look, y'all motherfuckers is full of shit. I swear to God.
That's how they gotta talk, bro. That's how they gotta talk. That's how they gotta talk.
The
But yeah,
older,
man.
the more this game and shit come out, man, the more jaded I get, dog. I
Oh
hate the
man, no.
man. I hate the man that I'm becoming being this plugged into gaming, man. I really do.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
really hate.
nah. You shouldn't take it, make you feel that jaded and take it that serious. But Horizon, I think this is gonna be a great port. Like, nonetheless, I think this is gonna be a great
Yes,
port. Nixus is really good at what they do.
they do anything.
This has all the bells and whistles, from ultra wide support to DLSS to a whole bunch of other features. So I'm really looking forward to. Yeah, I've played this game twice and got the
What game?
platinum twice. Rift Apart.
You got the platinum twice.
On my, because remember I made a whole new PSN account, my platinum
Oh,
only account. So I got the platinum initially when the game came out, and I got the platinum again. Now I'm about to play for a third time on PC. Jesus Christ!
nah, you
Hopefully
different.
this is gonna be my last time playing it though. When I play it on PC, it's
For
definitely
a
gonna be my
game
last
that
time
you
playing.
you was like it's like it ain't even all of that. You sure be playing these games that you don't really be feeling like that, man. I don't know what's up with
No,
you,
but
my boy.
no. See, this is where y'all be getting me wrong. I Rift Apart. I just said I like the game. Don't get me wrong. I like the game. I'm just saying it's not a top tier Ratchet and Clank game in comparison to the other ones. It doesn't mean I don't like the game, Jmaine. I like the game.
All right. All right, all right. I got my eye on you, man. I'm gonna have to start keeping your tweets and
So
things like
typically,
that.
you're gonna start keeping receipts on me.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to start. You know what I mean? Your narratives. I don't know, man.
No. Y'all was looking for some. Y'all was looking for some. But I will say, typically the PC gets the best version of games, but it's not looking like that with 2K. Shout out to all the 2K fans out there. You know what I
Yo,
mean? 2K,
they're giving
we
the piece
get snubbed
classic.
every single time, it seems like. So if you guys don't know, the news is if you play NBA 2K, don't play it on PC, because you're getting the last gen version of it. Or like the old school version. You're not even getting the current gen version of NBA 2K. And for some reason, they keep on doing this with PC players. So at this point, I think they just hate PC mans. They don't mess with PC mans, bro.
I don't know what the reason is. Like even Madden is on PC and shit like now, and they getting like the next gen versions, and
Nah,
I don't know.
they don't rock with PC players, bro.
First things first. Why the fuck are they still making 2K? Well, I shouldn't say why, because I know why. I know the answer. It's a rhetorical question, but why are they still even making 2K for the previous generations? And second, the PC version, yeah, like what the fuck is up with that? Why they not giving them no love with the next gen version? Like it don't make sense to me. Like the
Yeah,
PC
that's
models, they be doing their thing with the character models and stuff like that on the last gen versions of these games, to make them look sometimes even better than what 2K puts out.
mhm.
But yeah, that don't make no sense to me. I don't know. I don't know about that. But
Yeah,
going off of that topic, 2K actually announced that 2K24 will feature crossplay for the first time
yeah,
in the
nice.
franchise. So finally, 2K is getting on board with
I
the
need that.
initiative of
I need that.
sports
All multiplayer
multiplayer.
games need this. I don't give a shit.
For
All multiplayer
sure.
games need this. Fighting
They
games
do.
need this. All multiplayer games need this, man. That crossplay shit, that's some shit that really needs to be mandated across the board. That's the shit that gamers need to really be fighting for. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
that shit is super dope, man. Being access to, you know, PlayStation players, PC players, and it doesn't matter what platform you play for. I'm
Yep.
100% all for that, and it needs to be an industry standard. It really does need to be an industry standard, in my personal opinion. You know what I mean?
It
We need
creates
that.
a larger player pool as well. So like even I know these games come out yearly, so it's probably not that much of a big deal. But even still, like it just creates more people to play against, more people to play with.
And it's
You don't have
just
to
this is what we call consumer friendly
platform.
too. This is really consumer friendly when you really take it in, right? When you
Yeah.
have the ability to do this, you don't have to go buy a whole new system if you want to play with a certain group of friends, and you
Friend.
could just, you know what I mean? This
That's
is,
not- I
as
want to know how
consumers, you
much
should want this.
your
This is
shit carry
actually,
over, though. Because
yeah,
sometimes that'd be the next step is it cross
cross
play and
cross
progression.
progression. Hmm.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
wondering if that's the case too. Like
yeah.
usually, I think typically it has been that way. Like I know with Battlefield, like I've been playing on PC. I dabble with PC. I dabble with PlayStation. The only thing that doesn't carry over and Xbox, the only thing that doesn't carry over is if you have currency within the Battlefield game. Like if you say if
Oh,
you
okay,
bought
I
like a
see.
thousand Battlefield coins and PlayStation 5, if you hop onto your Xbox account, you don't
It
have
won't
that a
work.
thousand. Only thing that
Mm.
carries over is your stats. So it's still cross progression because progression is, things like kills and the guns that you unlock and all of that. But it ain't it ain't cross currency. You gotta buy that shit again.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone's trying to
They
keep
ain't that
their
friendly.
shit in house. They're trying to keep their shit in house. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I think
Yeah.
that's how they split up where the money goes. So I think that's what Sony problem was with games like Fortnite and shit being crossplay. It's like, yo, how do you divvy up who gets what cut? Because people might buy all they shit on PlayStation and then play on Xbox. So you might look at it like, oh, more people are playing it on Xbox, but they spend most of their money on with us. So do we get the short end of the stick? But I think maybe the answer to that is just have it separate on all platforms.
Mm, okay.
But when you unlock it, it's there for you to use everywhere. That's
Okay.
how I think. That's how it should be.
All right, yo. Let's get to the main event. All right. So the open mic is open now. Let's get to the main event, bro. I'm gonna talk about this
Let's
shit before we
do
get the fuck
it.
out of here, man. Yeah, we already covered the topics that we needed to cover. Now let's
Let's get
talk. Let's get to the
shit.
shits. Let's get to the shits. If you want to be a part of the show, once again, just join the Discord. The link is pinned. Join the Discord. Jump in open mic waiting room, and we will drag you into the chat if you want to be a part of the conversation. We're gonna talk about the shit. So, Jmaine, man, the saga seems to be finally coming to an end. First of all, I'm happy. I'm
It's
happy.
definitely
It's been a long journey.
to.
It's been a long journey, and my God, bro, this whole FTC CMA, it's just been, people have been talking about it all day and night. Twitter Spaces, seen it on my timeline. Every Xbox man turned into a lawyer. Every fucking PlayStation man turned into a defense team. All sorts of shit. Shit has just been nasty
You
in
see
the
what they
gaming
did to the
community,
FTC
bro.
Wikipedia page?
Yo,
Like,
it's
wish
been
this logo
nasty.
up there.
So if you're living under a rock, Microsoft is trying to buy Activision Blizzard King, right? Creators of Call of Duty, Diablo, Candy Crush, and stuff like that. So it's for the last 14, 15 months, they've been literally trying to close this deal, but they've been needing to go through a whole bunch of regulators because it is the biggest deal in gaming ever, in video game entertainment, for $70 billion. So we finally got to a point where a lot of nations, regulators, has pretty much allowed the deal to go on, except for the UK blocked it, and the FTC blocked to sue it, right? So pretty much what had happened is the whole court process just went down a couple of days ago, and the FTC lost. They pretty much lost the
Cool.
preliminary injunction that was gonna halt the deal, pretty much halt the deal. You know what I mean? So they lost, and people were getting little tidbits from the whole courts and all of that, which we talked about the other time. But the judge ruled in and said that, you know, the deal is good for gamers but bad for Sony. I think the judge had something like a quote like that. It said it's something about good for
it was
gamers
like
but bad for
it might be
Sony.
bad for Sony,
But it's good
shit,
for
it's good
consumers and
gamers.
gamers because more people have access to Call of Duty and stuff
Right.
like that. So of course, the Xbox mans have been doing victory laps after victory laps after victory laps, right? And from my understanding, that this shit needs to be done with and closed by July 18th, because unless something gets extended, I think that's when like the duration of the deal that like they made between Microsoft and Activision, like the deal has to close between this day, or Microsoft has to cough over $3 billion to Activision Blizzard, right? So, this shit is all very last minute happening in crunch time right now. Microsoft's lawyers whooped the shit out of the FTC people. Pretty much they had no points during the whole court proceedings. It seems like they were just regurgitating PlayStation's points and stuff like that, and not really talking about if it's good for consumers or not. So pretty much the judge sided with Microsoft. So right now, the FTC appealed. So they appealed the judge's decision. So pretty much they said, nah, nigga. Nah, nigga. We lost, but we ain't going out with a fight. But I'm pretty sure from seeing what's going on that the judge is gonna be saying, fuck y'all niggas, nah. Appeal denied. I think that's what's gonna ultimately happen. That their appeal for this shit is gonna get denied. And what's even funnier is the CMA, I think their process, they had a court process ahead of them too, right? Like they're gonna go do a whole court thing, right?
July 28th was the hearing. Yeah,
they're gonna have a hearing themselves. But after this whole FTC thing and Microsoft beating the FTC, the CMA wants to play ball now. Apparently now they put a halt on the whole court proceedings that they got going on, and they want to see if they could come to a resolution with Microsoft pretty much and find a way for this deal to go through with some more concessions or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but they also the CMA, because there was a report that they had came to like a small little agreement, and then another report came out that the CMA is like, even if they do come to a new deal, that might have its own issues as well that might be raised. So I don't know. It's looking kind of little funky about which way the CMA is really trying to go.
Man, but I think the deal gets closed. I think it's over for this shit at this point. I think even whether the CMA is playing ball or not, I feel like Microsoft will probably like figure that out later. But after this appeal. Yeah, what's up?
Breaking news. Breaking report. Excuse me. Bloomberg reports that Microsoft is considering selling UK cloud gaming rights to a telecommunications, gaming, or internet company to allow Activision deal to close with the CMA. Oh shit!
See, that's him. They're gonna get a workaround. You see what I'm saying? They're gonna do some sort of workaround, and they're gonna close the fucking deal. The deal's done, bro. The deal's done. Microsoft got the dub. And it's open mic. We got Muck in here. We got Raijin in here. If anyone else wants to join and discuss this stuff, and if you guys are well informed on this, I want to just know how you guys feel about the whole situation. I want to know how y'all feel. So yo, Raijin, you've been waiting. Microsoft closed the deal. What's up? How you feeling about this?
Man. It's been so long. It's been so long since this damn deal has just been finalized and all that. And since last time I was here, I was just wanting this shit to be over. I was just done talking about it. But now that it has a possibility that it's ending, oh my god! Just thank the Lord.
Thank God, right?
Right, like, cause I've been tired of hearing these Xbox been talking all this. Oh, you're gonna do this. Oh, I'm gonna do that. Oh, but the deal hasn't closed yet. But now that it's nearing its end, peace.
Yeah. Honestly, I can't wait for the conversation to shift about something else myself. Like I said, I'm tired of seeing the gamer lawyers. You're flipping fries, my guy, bro. Like, you're not a lawyer, bro. Like, cut it out, bro. You're lifting boxes at FedEx, bro. You're not a fucking lawyer, bro. Or you would have got into law school, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. Gamers are passionate and we want to learn more about all of this shit. But like, some of y'all doing the most, joining Zoom call meetings, listening to these hour-long sections of court proceedings. Like, god damn, bro. Like, oh my god, bro.
Do you have any idea how many times I go on Twitter and I see freaking Xbox Uni in every freaking space? Like, oh my god.
I don't even go into those.
He's a Long Island boy, but oh man.
Yeah, them boys are really excited about this shit. Them boys are really excited. So honestly, it was a much needed W. I can't say because looking at Microsoft and after all like the whole court shit happened, details came out. It seems like Microsoft needed Activision more than anything. Low key, bro. They don't need them boys, bro. So to me, I feel okay. I guess the question now I'm gonna ask y'all and the chat too, if y'all want to get involved, is that do you think this makes Microsoft more competitive in the gaming space?
No.
Jmaine, I gotta hear this.
Because I mean, in terms of them having more money because of this, but we still waiting for them to make great games. So with them buying Activision, Blizzard, and King, I don't see where that is changing what they have to offer for people like us. Like it's still the same games that we're gonna get. So like if you love Call of Duty, you still gonna have access to Call of Duty. What's gonna come next? Like what else is gonna come out? Are they gonna be creating new IPs? Are they gonna be creating new experiences for us? It's still, I think that's still ultimately what makes them competitive. They always had, if they really wanted to, access to a lot of money. Now it's just, more directly towards the gaming sector. So I don't think this is like how we looked at Microsoft. Like when we asked them to fight back, this ain't the shit we had in mind. Like we're not like, Sony and Nintendo is dropping bangers, and Microsoft fight back, and the answer is, yeah, let's buy Activision Blizzard. Like that really doesn't do much for us. For us looking for them to fight back like that, I don't see it. At least
you bring up a good point because like that's why. Like me and you always had stance like, we don't really care either way this goes because either way, like the games are always, the games are always going to come to Xbox. The games are always going to come to PlayStation, PC. Like nothing really changes in that sense. You see, look, how I feel about this acquisition, obviously, like you said, it's really good for Microsoft's pockets because now they're going to get a huge income from Call of Duty, the mobile sector of Call of Duty, mobile, Candy Crush. They're going to make a shit ton of money, right? But how does it affect us day to day? I guess as an Xbox fan, if they end up dropping the games and subscription service, I guess that's like the main reason why I think Xbox guys are excited for it more than anything, right?
It's on Game Pass.
It's gonna come to Game Pass and they don't have to buy Call of Duty or some shit or
some shit. So more games coming to Game Pass that they were never gonna play anyway, so that they're excited for it. Like that shit, it's not gonna change now. If you didn't buy the shit before, you're not gonna or play it before. You're not gonna play it now that really delve into it because it's in Game Pass. We shit going to Game Pass that people praise and hype up that they not beating. Like look at the completion rate for the last boss on Hi-Fi Rush. That game is talked about as if it's gonna be a Game of the Year contender. And why a game like Stray has a higher completion percentage? Like this shit, it don't matter. Like you put these games into the subscription services, you sell them for $60, $70. It don't change. More people gonna play it, then more people not gonna beat it. That's what Game Pass.
Because Jmaine, the thing is, when you look at the Twitter space of gamers, they're cheerleaders. They're not real gamers. Man's be getting at me for playing this and that or playing the game multiple times. A game I claim that I don't like as much, but I play my games. I beat my games. I beat them multiple times. I play games multiple times. I love this shit. I could tell about people love what's happening in the industry. They just want to cheerlead their favorite box and treat it as sports teams. But when it comes to actually getting down and playing the game, a lot of people don't seem to not have a passion about that, bro. A lot of these guys, like you saying, a lot of these games are all of this is just for a massive talking point for a lot of people, bro. It's just a talking point so they could come on Twitter and be like, I got this, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? That's what this is all about for some of these people over here, bro. You know what I mean? Yep. A lot of people don't have a genuine love for this shit like that, bro. They just want to cheerlead and to casually play games like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's what's really be going on out here. But Muck, you there?
Yes.
My favorite guest. He's starting to become my favorite guest on Good Game. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I can't lie.
Listen,
you're my favorite guest on Good Game. You got the quotables. You got everything, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I gonna start with a little quotable here. uh,
Go.
to spewing all kind of capery, I wasn't surprised because Cap Singer, that's all he.
Well, Cap Singer? Wait, what do you mean Cap
Um,
Singer?
About that.
He's talking about
Cap
that
Singer,
shit.
Cap
You,
Singer, Cap
all
Singer.
right, Cap Singer. Hold up, that singer gonna pop up on you, yo. Let's see.
I'm not afraid of him.
All of this.
Fake Xbox fan, fake PC guy. If you have a PC from 2000, you're not a real PC guy. I'm just saying.
Oh my god.
That singer got
I
a
told
PC.
you. I mean, he don't. J-Man, let me ask you something, right? You are a real gamer, right? So you have the new PS5. You have, your powerful PC. You might have an Xbox. If I say if I'm a PlayStation fan, I can't have a PS3 and say I'm a PlayStation fan. No, not when they have a PS5 out. I mean, I'm faking the funk.
So what you saying?
That
So
man
what you
is
saying?
faking
They
the funk.
say they're faking out here. You saying they're faking out here?
Faking the funk. Faking the funk.
You're saying the loudest PC niggas be having the trashiest PCs. That's what you saying.
Exactly. My iPhone 14 and my Pixel 7 Pro more powerful than these man PC.
Oh nah.
Yeah, Much
Anyways.
is crazy, bro.
Anyways,
I love this guy,
Kofi,
man.
what did I tell you on Twitter this week?
What's up?
I told you it's not over until it's over. I told you that.
Yeah. So what's up? So what you thinking? So tell us what you thinking?
No. But if you follow like I don't really follow this court case like how these guys do in spaces with random dudes who work for Microsoft telling them all kind of bullshit. Like from time this whole FTC case came out, FTC say their final case is August. That's when the final case is. Not this injunction. This injunction was just to put a little wrench in the case before August.
But if they don't get the injunction granted, Microsoft I think can close around.
They can close.
Yeah, but
they could close it regardless. They could close it regardless. They could take them to. I think they could fight after the shit's been closed. From my understanding, Jmaine, they could fight it after it's been closed. But at that point, like, what's the point, bro? They're probably just gonna give it up and move on to something
They're
else.
gonna get a lot of scrutiny for like.
Yeah, they're just gonna move on to something. Just wasting time at that point.
No. They have a big point to it because if the court case in August, right? If Microsoft lose that court case, right? They have to pay Activision the $3 billion, plus they're gonna get fined, plus they're gonna have to pay a breakup fee. So it's not as simple as people making it sound. Like if they lose that case in August, it's gonna be worse for them.
I don't think it goes that far. I really don't think it goes that far.
Agree from.
Yes, it goes that far.
They're already about to close this shit, man.
They're about to close. I don't think it goes that far. That's the funny thing is I don't think it goes that far. Yo.
Nah.
Muck, I know you holding the line for the PlayStation Nation, but I don't think it goes that far, bro. Muck, I'm telling you, I think it's over, bro. It's done.
This ain't about PlayStation. This ain't about PlayStation. I don't care about this deal. They could have that shit. I don't care. They need that shit more than anything else, right? I just telling you the facts. If they go ahead and close the deal and they lose in court in August, it's gonna be a lot more money for them to pay out. That's the whole thing.
I don't know. I don't think it's going. I see what you're saying because the preliminary injunction was just one step of it, right? To see if it would have been granted or not. But the thing is, it got denied, right? Now they're appealing this shit, and it's gonna get denied for sure. So I don't think after this, I don't think it go forward because Microsoft's gonna close the shit, and it's not gonna go forward no more.
It's gonna look crazy if they keep
it's not gonna go forward. So I don't think they're gonna continue to pursue.
Too much scrutiny.
Yeah.
Microsoft ends up closing the deal.
They're gonna close the deal, bro. They're gonna close the deal and
keep fighting FTC. Do not allow Microsoft to.
Is that low?
Activision. Keep fighting FTC.
Yo, Xbox man. You see these mans are these mans are hurting, bro. These mans are hurting.
Activision, my boy.
In the appeal, right? This is why I feel like they have a chance to win the appeal. In the appeal, right? They made sure this judge was supposed to recuse herself because her son worked for Microsoft.
Oh my God! Oh no!
Get your Twitter
What is
bullshit.
going on?
You need to follow. You need to stop
Yo,
following
Muck.
Red Dragon.
Yo, Muck.
Stop following Red
Yo, Muck.
Dragon.
Yo, hold up. Yo, hold up, Muck. Where you getting your information from, nigga? Yo, Muck. Where you getting your information from?
He's not wrong. He's not wrong that the judge's son worked at Microsoft, but
Yeah, you're supposed to
FTC
recuse
already knew that. They already knew that.
Apparently, the FTC picked the judge.
They
The
picked
FTC
the
picked the judge.
Listen, that's what I'm saying. So what she is supposed to do, if you know you have a conflict of interest in a case, you're supposed to recuse yourself.
No, not if
Yeah,
they pick.
it's not happening. Yo,
FTC
Muck,
had
let me
that
tell you, I don't know who
choice.
sold you on this dream. Yo, Muck, I don't know who sold you on that. That's not happening. Nothing's gonna change because of that, bro. I don't know who sold you on that. Nothing's gonna change because of that.
Telling you, but that's what they put in their response to the denial. They put that in the response.
Yo, the judge's gonna take the gavel and be like, "Fuck out of here."
That's going to be
That's what they
another
gonna do, bro.
useless point for the FTC because they had a chance to pick somebody else and they still picked her.
Exactly.
Fighting FTC.
Exactly. Okay, Lo, let's hear this. Lo, Microsoft whooped the FTC's ass in court. The judge pretty much said, "Yo, this is good for consumers and gamers, just not good for Sony," which, you know what I mean, they're competitors. So why are you taking the stance that the FTC should continue fighting? Why don't you want Microsoft to acquire Activision Blizzard King? Let the people know, because we curious.
Let me tell you, this is not a legal stance. I don't care about Microsoft trying to build a monopoly. I just feel like, as a gamer, not a Sony fanboy, as a gamer, Microsoft does not have a solid track record of buying companies, devs, corporation, game titles, whatever you want to call it, and making those entities last good amounts of time for games long to come, if that makes sense. Whenever they buy something or buy someone, it seems like they do some BS, some bullshit.
Breaking news.
Oh, shit.
Only on Thursday. This is from Tom Warren. He says, as expected, the judge has denied the FTC's motion to stay her own PI order. I'm expecting we'll hear something from the 9th Circuit tomorrow. So it seems like whatever that shit is got denied.
Damn.
That shit got denied. So Lo, continue what you're saying. This shit got denied.
Listen.
This shit got denied, bro.
To enjoin the merger at the issue pending resolution of the FTC's appeal to the 9th Circuit Court of Appeals. This motion is denied.
Damn.
So
Ain't that?
I don't know if the 9th Circuit still has to decide on it, but the judge, of course, the judge is going to deny it.
Honestly, I don't think this is going to be good for gamers.
It's gonna be denied,
I don't
bro.
think
This
I don't
shit's
think
over, bro.
Microsoft buying Activision is going to be good for gamers long term.
All right, so let's hear why. So why?
Like I said, Microsoft doesn't have a track record of buying gaming property, whatever you want to classify it as, and making good products out of those games. They bought. Let's look at their big three, right? They bought Halo, pretty much. They own Halo, but they kind of took it from Bungie and made 343 develop it. Now it's ass. They bought Gears. Now it's ass. They bought fucking Rare. They made Sea of Thieves. I mean, I guess they keep buying up all these properties and all these companies and all these IPs and stuff like that. They're not developing anything that's generational talent. So now they're going to buy Activision, which, if we keep it 100, they're buying Call of Duty to put it on Game Pass. Death Singer, I know you're an Xbox fan. Can you guarantee me that the price of Game Pass won't go up to $40 a month at some point, $50 a month at some point? So my thing is, we all know what the long-term game plan is. How can everybody just sit here and say, yeah, this is great for gamers, when Microsoft doesn't have a track record of doing things that are quote unquote great for gamers? It's always been great for Microsoft, great for Xbox. That's just the track record of their business.
That's a valid argument. I think that's a valid argument.
See,
I mean, I don't know what
you
the
know
judge
what?
is
I
saying.
can't. Okay, see what Lo. Just to respond to what Lo is saying, right? I think he has a point to have some sort of concern, and hear me out, right?
I just
Microsoft.
hold on, real quick, Kofi. I just want to say
Go ahead.
legally, I don't know. I don't know the ins and outs
go ahead.
legally. I'm just saying, from a gamer aspect, Microsoft buying one of the biggest corporations in gaming that don't make consoles is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Especially with their track record.
Well, see, for what, like I was gonna say, is I can understand why you feel like this, and I think you have every right to feel like this because of Microsoft. It's Microsoft and Xbox's fault for not ensuring gamers that, we drop quality consistently, right?
Right.
I think that's why you feel like this. We have seen examples where management hasn't been the best over there at Microsoft. So I guess when a acquisition this big happens and it's going to come under the Xbox umbrella, there's some gamers are going to be worried that like, will Microsoft like somehow interfere with the process and will the quality of some of these games dip? Because we've seen what they did. This is facts. We've seen what happened with Initiative, right? What's going on with that? Problems. We've seen what's happened with 343 Industry. Problems. We've seen what they've done in the past with Lionhead and stuff like that.
We don't even have
problems.
to go back that
You know
far.
what I'm saying?
Redfall.
Like,
We could just go back to Redfall. We got devs on Twitter begging for bonuses for Redfall.
I saw that.
And that game release was horrible. The game was horrible.
So you know what? Microsoft has to take these next few years to give gamers that confidence in them that they can produce at a high quality level and run all of these studios well. I think that's, in the end of the day, they just gotta show and prove that. They gotta show and prove that.
Like Sony, they should have been fighting that these studios might not be managed well if Microsoft owns them. That's a better argument to me.
Yeah,
They
but
fucked
from my understanding, the Activision purchase is going to be very similar to the whole Bethesda purchase in the sense where they're not going to obviously eliminate like the Activision name, but it's just going to be like a branch. So they're kind of run on their own in a sense, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know how much hands-on that Microsoft is going to have on these companies, because that was the excuse that people I don't know how true this is, but this is what I just been hearing. That was kind of the excuse for Redfall, because Microsoft was kind of hands off with Redfall. That's what I heard.
He said
they were more hands on for Starfield, but they were
hands off with Redfall. It actually made them be more hands on with Starfield because of how Redfall went and how they kind of just stepped back and was like, all right, y'all was already doing this. Go ahead and go through with it. Meanwhile, you had some developers in there like wishing on a star that they come through and be like, yo, cancel this shit. But that never happened.
So I just want to ask the panel, let's say the deal goes through. What are things you would like to see from this merger, Activision, Blizzard King, Microsoft collection, that would make
see,
you
this
guys
is what I like
feel
to see.
All right, this was good for gamers.
See,
Sony try harder in multiplayer.
You see, this is what I hope this brings personally. The deal is only exciting if Microsoft actually makes big moves in kind of like restructuring what's going on over there in Activision. For example, Raven, they're known to make other great games, but I think they have forced them to make content for Warzone. Content for like Warzone, from my understanding. They made that studio make content just for War. No, if I was Microsoft, Raven, go do your own thing. Build up on new IP, maybe revive old IP, or do something, right? Because I keep on hearing the developers at Raven are really talented people. So instead of them making them do Warzone content, let them go create their own game. See, like, those are the little that if that's what Microsoft acquiring Activision means, like they get to like do stuff like that, then I think that's good for gamers. In the end of the day, I think that's good for gamers. If the status quo, wait, hold on. If the status quo remains and you're just gonna kind of keep everything the same just to pump out money, then in the end of the day, the only benefit I could honestly see is just the games are coming to Game Pass, and that's like the only benefit I can see. But if Microsoft actually goes in there and tries to revive new IPs or tries to like restructure. Maybe we heard a rumor that Call of Duty might not be a yearly thing anymore. Remember, we heard that at one point?
Yeah, it's supposed to be like 2 years, every 2 years now.
Yeah, if they're going to do like every 2 years, does that mean that they're going to free up some of the developers to do other things? Like stuff like that. Like if they're going to go in there and make them create more different kinds of content with all these studios that they have, then I think that's a W for gamers personally, instead of them just making straight Call of Duty. So that's what I'm hoping to see out of all of this. If that doesn't happen, then it's underwhelming to me. Microsoft just gets a bag, and we get, I guess, Call of Duty and Blizzard games in Game Pass.
Game Pass.
So how do you feel about that, Jamie, and what I said?
Oh, no, I agree. I agree 1,000%. I mean, I made a video about this, but I think without PlayStation relying so much on Call of Duty, I think it could help them start to look at their multiplayer front and be like, okay, let's try to create something unique. Let's try to create something new, something that can maybe even be a flash in the pan that can help us garner more revenue. Because now, things like Call of Duty, they might have to renegotiate splits, or like you would also allude to, Microsoft might dangle that shit over their head. Like, listen, we're not
100%.
doing this unless you do this. You know what I mean?
You see what Bobby Kotick did to Microsoft instead of like see what Bobby Kotick did. That's what I'm saying. I could see them putting their meat on the table, getting the splits that they want, and try to move their weight a little bit. Because what's PlayStation really gonna say? They're gonna say, no, fuck it, we don't want Call of Duty. That's what they're gonna go and say. I don't think so. I think they'll eat it. I think they'll eat the cost.
Right, man.
Let me ask you 2 questions, Kofi. One, who is going to run ABK once it's moved over?
I don't know, bro. Hey, yo, you can't ask me no questions like that. I don't know shit. I don't know shit about shit.
Who's the current CEO of Activision?
Isn't Bobby still running shit? That's right.
Yeah,
Bobby
but I
still.
think if they get it, Bobby's getting he's getting a
severance.
But
Yeah,
Bobby's still at the top. He's gonna get like a severance package.
He's gonna sever. Yeah, I heard like 50 million or 500 million or something crazy. 500 million. Jesus Christ.
I'm taking that severance.
He's definitely smoking that Sony pack right now.
That's a false problem, because if you put Phil Spencer or Matt Booty to run it, just throw that shit in the garbage.
This
No.
guy's crazy.
Exactly.
Number two,
Mad Booty, though.
right?
I kind of like Mad Booty from these emails. He kind of cutthroat.
He kind of spicy. He's spicy,
Yeah,
right?
I like Mad Booty a little bit.
He don't do his job. But he could talk a lot of shit. Cool.
He got there though.
I
He just
heard you say, oh, you want them to bring back new IP. I mean, old IPs and shit like that. So that means you willing to sacrifice Call of Duty to bring back new IPs, because the reason why it ties for Bob and all of these other studios, I think it's like 8 studios working on Call of Duty, is because Call of Duty is so big and it makes so much money.
It's the cash cow.
So if you gonna take off Raven off of making Warzone stuff, just know that you're killing Call of Duty.
I don't know. See, look, so I don't run no company. I'm gonna pretend I can run it, but I don't know. Like, I'm just saying that, like, this is like the best case scenario for me, that somehow they work a way to restructure in a sense where maybe if a Call of Duty is not yearly, because we do have shit like Warzone, maybe they can extend a life of a Call of Duty for 2 years instead of making it yearly, right? Maybe they can extend it somehow with some extra content.
Drop
you know what I
new
mean?
guns.
Maybe they can extend it for 2 years, right? And maybe they can restructure in a way that other games could to come out. Me, I'm not the biggest Call of Duty fan, so if a Call of Duty is not released in 1 year, I'm not mad at it. I don't know how like it impacts like the business, cause I don't know I don't know how it impacts it. But
my thing with what you saying, Kofi, is you're pretty much telling. Yeah, if you take some of the people from Raven to remake older IPs or make new IPs,
make a new game, or Toys for Bob, make another Crash, or make Spyro or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
You're still gonna have people working on Warzone, because it's pretty much a live service.
Yeah,
live service.
So and that's one of their big cash cows. So you're asking Microsoft to go hire new talent when the current talent they got, like I said, is begging for money on Twitter. It's not gonna.
I don't know, bro. Hey, yo, I don't got the answers. You're just saying, I don't got that. Listen, I don't got the answers, but you're asking me what would I wish to come out of this, right?
You're right.
And that's what I would wish. I don't got the answers. I don't know how they're gonna do it, but I'm just saying what I wish to come out of this, right? I would love to see shit like that.
No, you're going to put these devs on a more work once they go on a Microsoft, because now they have to live up to this deal that they promised Nintendo and all of these other people. So this is more work for Raven, more work for Toys for Bob.
Low key, now that they make the Switch.
They gotta make it in that nut ass Switch. How that gonna work?
I mean, Nintendo's making a new console soon.
Yeah,
so
next year. Everyone's saying next year. Everyone's saying next year.
It's going to be equivalent to like a PS4 or Xbox
It's
One.
probably possible.
I mean, I think that's enough for them to be able to run a Call of Duty at 60 at least. I'm not expecting 120
480p?
crazy like that. Hey man,
It-
look,
it-
it'll be able to run, bro. Like, hey, man,
Hey,
it
that's
don't
only
matter
the promise here. The promise, the
Hey.
promise that we're able to run, not how well it's gonna
That's
run,
a
right?
fact, bro. Like that shit could be at 240p as long as it's running at 60 FPS. They're gonna be happy over there. Feel me?
Disgusting.
And then Kofi, you talking about the splits? Microsoft gonna come in and put their dick on the table. Who needs who more right now? Sony makes like triple or quadruple the times of money than what it does on the Xbox. So if Microsoft come in and say, okay, well we're gonna do a 90-10 split, Sony could say, well, okay, keep the game. If Sony said keep the game, if Sony said
Yeah,
keep
but that's
the
not
game,
good for play. That's not good. That's not good. That's not good for PlayStation. That's not good for PlayStation gamers,
Duty
dude.
is one of the biggest sellers every year. Like, they're
Yeah,
not
that's not good for
listen
PlayStation
to what I'm
gamers,
saying.
though.
Listen to what I'm saying. If Sony says that kills half of Microsoft revenue off of Call of Duty right there. So
I don't
It kills
think so.
a lot of PlayStation revenue too, and
I don't-
PlayStation
but
is
listen.
Sony's breadwinner. So you gotta remember that.
Listen, Jmaine. If you buy ABK, right? I don't care if you make money off of it. You need me more than I need you, you know. You need my players. So I gonna tell you, hey,
I don't think so,
That's where
man.
negotiations come in, man.
I think you'll see millions of people if something like that would happen where PlayStation's like, we're not supporting Call of Duty no more. You'll see millions of people.
They might jump to Xbox or PC.
Madden, yeah, the
Yeah,
Call of
They
Duty
might,
Madden
they might
2K,
jump. They might
go
actually jump.
right to
That actually might hurt. That might hurt
Nintendo
PlayStation even
players,
more,
too,
though.
They might jump over to Xbox.
They'll
so,
go
like,
right to
Yeah.
Xbox.
That might hurt Nintendo more than anything. I mean, PlayStation more
kind
than
of funny
anything.
games like Console Wars back home. The
That's what I'm
shit is
saying.
back.
Listen,
That's what-
right now, when this purchase, if this purchase go through, Microsoft want to make not Xbox. Microsoft want to make back their money. And
No,
Jim, right?
right.
Look,
Right
Jim,
away,
right?
they absolutely want to make that money back.
Exactly.
They need to.
So
Yeah,
Jim,
that's
right?
what they're gonna leave that shit. They're gonna leave
Down
that
the
shit alone.
line, it definitely gives them more leverage in negotiations.
That's why.
Now
That's
that
why.
they
That's
know
why. That's
Down
what
the
I
line.
said, bro.
Split.
This is a big
They have
play
to
because
have
after that
60.
decade, hold on, after that decade or whatever that 10-year deal shit is, yeah, I could imagine, the way Microsoft is gonna move is gonna be nasty, bro.
It's gonna
I
be
can see it
nasty.
coming. They're gonna be
It's gonna be
nasty.
nasty.
And it should be. They own this shit, so they could be nasty with it. They're gonna
FTC
be.
keep fighting.
They're gonna be
Keep
nasty
fighting.
with it.
It's gonna be
Yo,
disgusting.
yo, Def Singer is Def Singer in here.
Yeah,
Def Singer. So
Get it?
okay,
Hold the line,
how,
baby.
how you feeling overall? Cause like, it's like we're talking to you for the first time since the deal closed. Like, how you feeling?
Right.
Like,
I'm feeling good, as I notice people up here with their Twitter lawyer degrees,
yes sir, yes sir.
and
Talking to me
funded
about-
by Jim Ryan himself, so they need to stop that and understand that with this now they're just gonna close over. The CMA is, the CMA folded.
They definitely
faster
folded.
than
They
you
definitely
could spell
folded.
folded. Because those mans went straight to the table and said, "Oh, let's pause this," and so they're gonna sort something out. It'll be done by Monday,
Yeah.
and they'll
I
own
think
it,
so too.
and then they'll just carry on the bet as usual, get the marketing rights back, and then they're just gonna sit there. And on the topic of how much Call of Duty makes, mobile Call of Duty makes PC, PlayStation, Xbox combined.
People really play that shit a lot, huh?
Like
Yes.
it
That's
makes
crazy.
all
Yes.
three
I
combined.
don't even hear.
can
You
add
know
them all
what's
up.
crazy? I don't hear nobody talking about Call of Duty Mobile. Like nobody.
No, it
No.
makes
No.
makes triple what PlayStation does. You could
Jesus
add all
Christ.
three player bases up, throw
Yo, Microsoft
Nintendo
about
in
to get
there,
a
it
bag,
still
bro.
won't make up how much mobile makes. And
Jesus
on the
Christ.
Nintendo front,
And don't forget about Candy Crush.
on the Nintendo front, what they're gonna do is they're gonna port mobile Call of Duty onto the Switch because that shit will run. You take the
Nah,
mobile.
they can't do that.
I
don't
feel
do
like
that.
that. I feel
you
like
can
isn't
do
that?
that.
No, but
That's
you feel
the-
like.
that's a compromised experience. They're supposed to be giving them the same experience.
Yeah, I thought there
as-
was. Yeah, I thought the whole point was they're gonna give them the same experience as the other
It's
ones.
not-
So
it's
that'd
not
be.
the- that's not what they agreed to. It's not the mobile. The mobile Call of Duty is way different than the
Yeah, I don't think that. Yeah, that's what I'm surprised. I'll be surprised if Microsoft could get that off, bro. If they could get that off there, yo, Jamie, they G's, bro. If they get that off their G's, bro, I can't even lie. How can you not? How can you not respect that? If they
That
get
would
that
be
off their
crazy.
G's,
That
they
would be
G's,
nuts.
bro.
I think they
They
should do it
G's, they
anyway.
get that off.
It's
I think they
either
should
that,
do it anyway.
it's either that or you play like the cloud version. No one want to do that, so play the mobile version because it's
damn.
dumb. It's dumbed down for
If
devices.
they get that, yo,
anyway.
Jamie, if they get that off too, the cloud version, if they get that off, these guys are
If they
some
get
G's.
that
You have
shit
to
off,
applaud
it's
them. You have to applaud them. You have to applaud them then. That they really finessed the whole system. They finessed it.
But overall, I'm feeling good because you can't spell Lena Khan without the L, right?
Jeez.
So, because how did you take the L?
What?
Then you get roasted for taking the L. And then
I saw
you
that
take
clip. I saw
another
that clip.
L because you appealed. And it looks like the appeal's going to fail.
Yeah, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. No, it's a wrap for that shit, bro. It's a wrap.
L roasted L. Like, it's just pack it up, go home. The deal's basically done.
Okay, so off that, Def Singer, I do want to ask you this though. What do you want to see out of this deal? Like,
All right.
what do you care? Like, why do you care so much about this? And what do you want to see going forward? I feel like people are not talking about that. And obviously, the obvious is the Game Pass, right? Y'all niggas don't want to. Y'all don't want to pay for games. So there we go.
I don't want to pay $70 every year for Call of Duty. If it's including Game Pass, I'll just play it passively because it's there.
Def Singer, how much?
I don't go out of my way to buy Call of Duty because these are the games.
Oh, so you don't play Call of Duty?
Nah.
Not the recent Call of Duties, no.
Gaming, welfare gaming. That's what it is.
It's just I ain't trying to play Call of Duty when other stuff is releasing around that time.
Def Singer, can I ask you a question real quick? Not to cut you off. I just want to know what's the max monthly price you would spend on Game Pass?
Max monthly 20.
So
yeah, I don't think I don't think they can get off of, like, I know you said earlier $40 a month low. I don't know if they could get that off. I don't think they could get that off.
If
bro.
Netflix can get to $18, how much is Netflix right now?
I think 22 might be the most, bro, that someone could get off.
20's the most.
20's that they could get off, yo, because at that point, then you're crazy.
If they achieve what they want to, which is the 4 major first-party games one each quarter for the year, there'll be enough content to warrant the price tag. What you have to do is there enough content to warrant it being?
I feel. Yeah, I disagree because I feel like I don't, even if the content is there, Def, I think when it comes to subscription service, there is a number that is too high. That, like, it doesn't matter the content that's in there. There's definitely a number that's too high.
Netflix.
That's why I think it's in the 20 range, bro. I think it's in the 20 range, yo.
Yeah. Like,
that's
when
what everybody said about Netflix.
I don't know. Wait, if Netflix go to $30, I'm canceling that shit. I promise you that. I promise you that.
Netflix keep going up in their price. And they cutting the content out of the Netflix package. That's what we're seeing in a bunch of subscription services. Y'all just think Microsoft's going to do it right. I don't
know. Look, listen. I think the price is going to go up low. I think the price is going to buy. I don't know. It's going to go as high as you're saying. Like, so what do you think is going to go up to? Low. Then
I wouldn't be surprised if in the next 5 years
Game Pass is how much?
We'll see it at 2025, and then in the next 10 years. $30-$40. I'm not joking.
I don't see that. I don't see that. I don't see that.
Why would you think it would go to $30 to $40?
I don't see that.
If Netflix right now is at 18 for some movies,
bro, that's a video streaming service. It's not a video game service.
That's my point. You think they're not going to charge more for video games where you can play hours upon hours, a bunch of different content?
You know why? But video games. You know why they can't get that off? Because I know they can make mad money back. Well, they could, if they look at it this way, they can make mad money back from in-game purchases. That's like the difference between a movie versus a video game, right? They could sell you shit in your video game. So why raise your base subscription level to a point that's just like kind of stupid, that just scares people off when you could make kind of money through the video game, like the Call of Duty, the skins, the weapons, and all of that. They can make a shit ton of money that way. I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Let me ask a second question.
Economies might suffer if they feel
exactly. I can see that becoming a problem. I can see
entry price is always going to have to be sexy.
It's going to be capped.
Okay, let me ask you a second question. Let me ask you a second question. How long do y'all see it being $20? It can't be $20 forever. That's not how economics work. But my point is, once it is $20, how long is it going to be $20? Economics don't work like that. It don't stay 20 forever.
10 years probably to get to 20. The only reason
where's it at right now? What's Game Pass right now? If you're trying to get Game Pass,
16.
Like,
I can see it going up to $18, $20.
Didn't they just raise the price?
Yeah, they raised it to like $1.
Only on console. They raised it.
What is it? What is the price? Someone tell me real quick. I don't even know.
I don't know.
So the regular Game Pass.
Hold on, what are you
Regular
saying?
Game Pass is 10. Ultimate is 16 on console and then 15 on.
I could
PC.
definitely see this shit hitting like $18, $20,
Does
100%.
Does
so
Ultimate
regular-
include Xbox Live? That's what the
Yeah,
Ultimate is.
Ultimate-
Ultimates
yeah,
with
and
live, yeah. Ultimates
And
with
that lets
live.
you play on the cloud if you have
And
Ultimate.
PC, I think, is included with that too.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Mhm.
And you think it's gonna take 10 years, that singer, to get to $20?
I think it will because they're gonna want us. The more content drives subscribers, so you want to get more and more subscribers in.
I see. I don't think it's gonna
raise the
take. See, I
price.
disagree with that. I think
God.
in 2 years
Oh
we'll probably
my
see a
God.
price increase in Game Pass. 100%.
Yeah.
I think in
Oh
2
my
years.
God.
I don't think in
20?
10
I think
years.
it's
Not to 20 though, but I think we
Oh,
get
another
another.
price.
I think we get like another dollar
The-
sum in 2
The
years.
thing is, they'll
100%.
increase it, but then you'll notice when they're increasing it, they'll be announcing, oh, instead of 25 million or whatever they got, they could be like, oh, 30 million is going. The number will go up because then eventually you could just stop and you'd have so many people that it just self-sustains. But
That's what I'm saying. What Jmaine said, I see game development. They're just gonna find ways to tax people in the game itself. They already got you in. Keep it sexy, keep it clean, not too much, but high enough. But they're just gonna tax you in the game. They're gonna do the Forza. They're gonna do the Forza. You gotta buy credits to buy some of these cars. You know what I mean? The wheel spins. I think they're gonna just tax
Think
mans
of
like
Call
that.
of
The
Duty.
next Gears of
Honestly,
War, the multiplayer. If you want to buy fucking David Baptista, you have to pay the $5. That's how they're gonna tax mans. That's how they're gonna tax mans.
I just wanted to say something because I think the only reason why they raised it on console was because everybody that bought Xbox Series console, everybody signed up for Game Pass that wanted to play like those Game Pass games. There's a cap to how much people want to play on there. On PC, it's still growing. People building PCs every day, every week, every month. So they seeing more growth on PC compared to console. So
Yeah.
I think that's why they're raising it a little bit more to offset that.
Yeah.
that's
yeah.
true. They definitely did say
that.
that.
That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot. Yeah, we got 150 people in here. Hit the like button if you're enjoying the podcast, man. We would really appreciate it. But Def Singer, I want to go back to the question I asked you, and we don't got much more time here, but I do want to go back to the question I asked you. Besides get the Game Pass stuff, what do you want to see out of this? And what do you expect to see out of this? Do you think Microsoft is actually going to go in there and revive certain games or make maybe Raven Studios work on something else? Do you think Microsoft is actually going to make changes like that? Or you think the status quo is going to remain and just everyone's just going to be making Call of Duty like Bob's for Toy and all of them?
I think it will remain moderately the same. There'll be a bunch of changes. What I'd like to see is bring World of Warcraft. I want to see World of Warcraft on console just because people said it would never happen back in the day. It'd never come to console. I just want to see it happen because that'll be like one of the crowning achievements. Plus, it's more players. The other thing is, they make new IP. So Blizzard are making stuff. So I'm not too worried about Blizzard. They're riding high right now.
Okay.
I would say you take Toys for Bob out instead of Raven. Because you take Toys for Bob out because they can make your platformers. So you're maybe a Banjo or a
Are they
whatever
gonna own Crash?
other platformers.
They own Crash. Yeah, they own Crash after this. They own all of that
Crash,
shit.
They own
Spyro.
You
Mhm.
can start making some platformers to get because you
Oh, I
don't
remixed
have
it in
anyone who
Bob's
can
for
make
Toy.
platformers. Like
Actually,
Rare
Toys
isn't what it
Bob made
was.
that new Crash game. That's
Yeah,
Into one.
exactly. So there's options to get some platformers out there.
I think that's the only way this deal is exciting to me, Jmaine. If they're actually going in there and do things like that. If everything kind of remains the same, it's not really that exciting to me. Microsoft just makes a whole bunch of money, I guess. But I would love to see them use some of these studios and maybe explore other things. We don't need a Call of Duty every year. I know the Call of Duty community probably be tight about that, but I feel like they could find a way to make a Call of Duty just stretch for maybe 2 years instead of once every year. Make it stretch for 2 years and make other shit on the side. That's what I would
To
love
be
to
honest,
see.
if you make a better Call of Duty for 2 years instead of one every year, the community would probably appreciate that more because you're actually getting a better game.
A better game
for the 2
Yeah,
years.
they could tweak the game.
around.
Yeah.
Stick around longer, maybe spend more money. Or
I'm
they could-
50
Because if you're really taking in multiplayer, because multiplayer games, low
Well-
key, great multiplayer games that we've played in the past, we don't just play for a year and fucking drop it.
They're not
You know what I mean?
No.
They're not yearly. Great multiplayer games like the Halos that came out in prior to Gears, niggas been playing. We'll play the multiplayer games for years. It's just the microwave era or this microwave culture that people are creating that we feel like we need a new one every single year. I feel like if they could roll that back, it'll probably be easier on the developers, number one, since they don't have to pop out a Call of Duty. And like you said, it might bring a better product. Yeah, might bring a better product at the end of the day.
Also, something that you didn't bring up, Kofi.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Jim Ryan said we don't want to give dev kits to Microsoft if they own Activision.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, if they own Activision, they're gonna have to cough up those dev kits, so they could have to kiss Call of Duty goodbye, because you can't make a game if you don't have the consoles to make it for.
And Phil did say on oath, as long as they provide everything, you know what I mean? As long as Sony allows them.
That's the reason why there isn't a PS5 version of Minecraft, because they refuse to give them.
Oh man, say Jmaine,
PS5
Microsoft about to know the secret sauce. They're about to know the secret sauce.
Yes.
For the PS6, they about to know the secret sauce.
Yeah,
That's the real. They about to know the secret sauce.
At the end of the day, bro, Phil gonna be goated, bro. After he call it quits, bro. I'm telling you right now.
Low key, you ain't lying about that. You ain't lying about that. I think he's probably gonna be the most respected, like at least to gamers and stuff. He's probably gonna be like the most respected CEO, one of them at least. Because you know,
not the most respected, the most loved, because these guys worship this guy like is their long last father who left them when they were 3, who went go get milk or something.
Yo, the Web 100. We got a super chat donation. He says, "Y'all really think Xbox gonna miss out on millions from a yearly COD? I believe it when I see it." Yo, they talked about it before. Maybe the status quo remains, but it could change. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it remains for a duration, but it could change. Let's see. I don't know.
I know you don't follow the Call of Duty community, right?
I don't. I really don't.
When Activision mentioned that shit about skipping a year,
they got cheese. They got
crazy. Community went crazy.
They got cheese.
You know why? Because
they created that. They created that culture. I don't think Call of Duty was yearly at one point. It wasn't yearly always.
Not only that. It's because the Treyarch Call of Duties and the Infinity War Call of Duties are so different in their
we're different.
So if you like the new Modern Warfare, you probably didn't like Cold War, or what was the last one, World War II or whatever. And if you like World War II, you're probably not liking. Yeah. So if you say, that's why I said I'm 50-50 on COD every 2 years. If you release this latest Modern Warfare, right, and half of your player base thinks it's trash, they gotta wait 2 years for a good Call of Duty.
But Loki they be playing, and they have Warzone and other shit.
Loki they do be playing. They be fake, but
that's what I've noticed about the Call of Duty community. They have the most to say about how much they hate the Call of Duty while playing the game and shit. While playing it, that's like the Call of Duty community in a nutshell. They'll be like, this game is trash, bro. Shout out to my boy Jay Barry, bro. He swear up and down that Modern Warfare 2 was trash and he was not supporting it. On God, bro. He was going, bro. I saw him on the timeline playing today. Yes, or yesterday.
So this game is trash. Don't support it. As he posts a picture
as he plays the game. That's that's the Call of Duty community in a nutshell. So low. I don't know how far that goes.
I'm 50-50.
They say that type of shit, but they're still in there in the trenches playing the game on a daily basis.
Kofi, you have to remember with Call of Duty, more people, way more, play Warzone than they do regular Call of Duty multiplayer. People go have a look at the stats. How many people are playing Warzone versus how many people?
That's why this is perfect to make a main line every 2 years. That's why this is low key perfect, because they got Warzone.
It's the main attraction. It is the main attraction.
If they remake Black Ops 2, I'm good for 3 years. I'm good for 4 years. They don't gotta do much.
Well, speaking on the topic of Call of Duty, people have noticed that the OG game servers are starting to work again. I don't know if y'all saw those. Like, people are checking out the OG servers, and it seems that Activision has activated or are fixing up the OG game servers. So I guess this is just a big play to that day that, you know, people are waiting for to drop those games in Game Pass and all the Call of Duties, and then you could play the multiplayers. I wonder if that's gonna actually have a spike, because, you know, people swear by how much they love like games like Modern Warfare 2, 3, and shit like that. I wonder if it's gonna have a big spike in people going back to play the OG ones and shit like that too.
The OG Call of Duty had a spike when backwards compatibility was announced for like a lot of the old games.
Yeah, I could see it being a thing for a bit.
Spike. Yeah,
I could see it being a thing for a bit.
Oh,
You know, maybe some
popular-
popular streamer is gonna stream like Modern Warfare 2, and everyone's gonna freaking hop on there, and like it's gonna be a thing. It's gonna be a thing for a bit.
The Call of Duties I'm revisiting is Modern Warfare 2, of course, because you know that's gonna be.
Yo, Black Ops 2 was my shit. That's the
And
low key
then-
one
but
I would
the
go
thing
back and
is-
play. That was my shit, bro.
I will be playing Black Ops 2, but I'll also be playing the zombies because the Black Ops 2 zombies is goated. Like
Black Ops 2 Zombies.
Low
was
key,
fun,
if they revived them servers, I might be online on that Black Ops 2. Low key,
I'll play
that
with
Black Ops
you.
2
I'll
was
be
heat,
online.
bro. That shit was heat, yo. One of my favorite Call of Duty multiplayers ever, yo, is Black
Might
Ops
have to get
2,
me
bro.
an Xbox. They might have got me. They got.
And
Hey,
if you
Microsoft,
played
keep fighting.
Look at he might change his tune already, bro.
I don't know if this deal bring back the racist chat rooms, I might be in.
Right, Microsoft, keep fighting. Keep fighting.
The racist lobbies, we was going off in there.
Nah,
Yeah, they was
it's not-
going crazy.
It's not going to bring
Yeah,
back
yeah,
those
yeah.
lobbies. Like that was a time gone past. But
Nah,
I'll be
just
definitely
announced
down to
report.
play some multiplayer on Black Ops 2 because if you
Yeah,
remember
Black Ops
back
2
in the
was,
day,
oh
the
man, that shit was too
Peacekeeper when
good,
it
bro.
came out was broken and then they had to nerf it.
Yeah, oh man, for real. So yeah, that's what's pretty much that's going on, and I don't know if I have any more questions for y'all about this whole CMA thing. If Jmaine can't think of anything else, and that's pretty much the pod, bro. So the appeal got rejected. The deals, by next podcast, I'm pretty sure we're gonna be hearing news about.
It's
You
done.
know, the
It'll be
deal's
by
done
next
by
podcast.
next podcast that we have, and we'll
deadline is
come back and
April.
yeah,
So,
and
yeah,
we'll come back
I
and
think
talk about it
we'll
then.
Monday.
Then hopefully we could put a close to this chapter, and we're gonna probably just see how PlayStation responds in the future, because they're gonna be making some moves too. They're not gonna be sitting quiet. I don't think they're gonna make a move as big as this, because this is $70
What are you talking
billion.
about,
Yeah, but we're gonna see how they
Everybody
respond
wants
to this.
buy Square Enix.
Yeah, I haven't seen that going on. I feel like that's such a waste. I feel like that's such a waste of a purchase, bro. That's a
Kofi,
waste
you know
of a
the
purchase.
sad part about this whole debacle.
What's up?
When this deal closes, you know what's gonna happen?
What happened? What's gonna happen?
These Xbox guys gonna say, "Oh yeah, buy this next."
You
Buy that next.
see, that's what I would hate. That's what I would
That-
They
hate.
that's-
better not touch Rockstar. They better not
But-
touch
but-
2K.
No, but that's what's gonna happen. These Xbox guys more care about what gonna get buy than what they gonna
Nah,
play.
go play some video games.
Well,
After
you
this,
know-
I better see Xbox Man's playing some Call of Duty on the timeline. The way that they're going crazy like this, I better see y'all posting screenshots and
Facts.
your clips or your kill cams. Nah, we're not moving on to Sega next. If the next conversation is Xbox buy Sega next, I'm gonna be mad, bro.
No.
Right away, because after
Nah, they
this,
gotta cool. Yeah, they gotta cool out. They can't.
They got it. This shit was a lot.
But this is a game changer. Real quick, Depson, before you go and we wrap up, this is a game changer though, Jmaine. Since Microsoft got away with spending $70 billion for Activision, I think at this point, how can any deal get?
You can't
No
put a
deal
genie-
can't.
put
You
a
can't
genie
go to
back
court
in
for
the
any
bottle.
deal at this point. You know what I mean? Like,
That's it.
No, you
That's
still got to
it.
take it to court, because it's
Nope,
still
that's it.
it's still no. You still
No,
got to. If they're trying to buy up everything, that's going.
not Microsoft. I'm talking about like PlayStation. If PlayStation wanted to spend like $20 billion, I'm talking about PlayStation wanted to spend $20 billion,
Yeah, but
or
not only
Nintendo
that,
wanted.
Amazon too.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, or Amazon or Apple can they can't say nothing,
No,
right?
but-
They let a
No.
$70 billion deal go.
Exactly. The precedent is set.
Here's the misconception. Sony could spend the 20 billion, but they'd have a harder time because they're the leader. They have the largest market share. They are number one.
So is
in the field.
Microsoft gonna complain? So you think Microsoft's gonna do the same
Oh,
thing while
yeah,
Sony's
they
doing?
will
They're gonna
say,
complain?
of course
That would be
they're gonna
smart.
do-
That would be
yeah,
smart.
they will.
That'd be
corny
smart.
as hell.
That's
That'd be
nah,
corny
that's
as hell.
smart
They
though.
want to make a
Of
big-
course, Microsoft's
That'd be
gonna
corny
they're
as
gonna
hell.
go.
Nah,
This
that's
ain't
smart.
fair."
Just how I said Sony's smart for taking the stance that they did. I think that's smart for Microsoft to do the damn thing. Step on the deal. Try to
Yeah,
step on our shit.
listen,
Step on the deal.
Yeah, y'all saw what Nintendo did. They just released heat. They just released fire. That's what the devs need to be doing. Instead of complaining,
Listen,
complaining to the
they
court,
have-
just
they
release
have
good
something.
games.
They have something named case law, and once you set a precedent, all you have to do is go back and say, "Hey, look, case law. You let 70 billion go through." They can't do nothing after that.
Yeah,
You
Nah,
can't
no,
stop.
it's way
You
more
gotta
in depth.
fight after that.
You got to make it make sense.
No,
though,
it's
like-
way more in depth than that because Sony will have to prove are you harming
Prove what?
competition when you own the most market share. So
Right.
you have to prove you're not going to harm Xbox or Nintendo with your purchase when you're number one. That's a fucking
But they're
difficult
not number
thing to
one.
prove.
Nintendo is number
It's
one.
easy when you're in third place and you don't sell fuck all
Sony second.
consoles.
What happened?
Mm.
Sony is second, not number one.
No,
well,
Sony's
according to
number one,
Sony, Nintendo is not in the
Yeah,
the-
according to so they don't count. They don't even
They
count.
already kind of shot themselves in the foot right
Yeah,
there.
but- yeah,
and that
exactly.
is Sony's words. What Sony did in this case is going to come back to bite them because they revealed so much and what their stances are that people could go back and go, but this was your stance. How to... So they got their own issues to deal with. But Lo, to your point, don't worry, Microsoft ain't going to buy no Take-Two or Ubisoft or anyone. Because you can't. You could only pick one of the big ones, and they
Yeah, leave
decided
that
to choose
alone, leave that
Activision.
alone.
Just
Leave
fall
that
back.
alone.
They picked the biggest.
Yeah, they chose
Like,
the
if we
biggest.
gonna do
They
this,
chose the, that's what I'm
biggest.
saying. They did the biggest, so they got the biggest out the way. This is a big move by Microsoft, and congratulations for look. You know what? I'm gonna give them props because this wasn't an easy fight. Clearly for them to get, this wasn't like we want to buy them and they closed the deal type of situation. They fought for this. They fought for this, and they got it, bro. They got it. So shout out to Microsoft. Shout out to Microsoft. You know what I mean? Y'all got this. Hopefully great. We see great things from this. In the end of the day, that's all I want to see is some great things out of this. Not only just games and Game Pass, but them actually utilizing some of these IPs outside of Call of Duty. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would personally love to see to make this shit all worth it. And I feel like, if Microsoft, I made this tweet. And I want to end off on this. I made this tweet earlier, and the Xbox fans attacked me, but I don't give a fuck. I stand on it. On it.
As you
If
should.
Microsoft still struggles to sell consoles, now owning Activision and Bethesda, fire everybody. Fire everybody. Jmaine, there's no reason they should be selling 50 million consoles at the end of a generation, owning Bethesda and Activision. I don't give a fuck if they're putting their games on TVs. I don't give a fuck if they're putting their games on cloud. I don't give a fuck if they're putting their games on PC. The console itself should still not be selling no 50 million owning Bethesda and fucking Activision.
Hey,
no,
I
it makes
agree.
no sense.
Said
It makes
There's
no sense.
World where Starfield is an 11 out of 10, and people are
No,
selling
bullshit. It's bullshit.
Say it again, Jmaine. Say it again.
It's
The
bullshit. It's
precedent
bullshit.
It's already set.
Okay. And what Phil said, they ain't worry about
It's
the
bullshit.
console market at all. They try and get out of that shit.
I don't know.
No,
That's what I'm.
that's-
Yo, because you guys have to understand the reason why they're going this whole Game Pass, cloud TV, put everything on everything, because they were getting dog walked in the console market. But I'm just saying, y'all have y'all have the right pieces. Y'all have everything that y'all need to sell 100 million consoles and cross that line. Sell 120 million consoles and cross that line. Once again, you sell 120 million consoles, you have more customers to sell what? Game Pass to. So it falls all in line. Stop giving Microsoft excuses for not being able to sell fucking consoles. I don't understand why Xbox console gamers are shitting on the fucking console. Like, you're a console gamer. How y'all shitting on the console telling me the console doesn't matter? The console matters. The reason why Microsoft has this hard stance is because they're struggling to sell it. But now you have Bethesda, now you have Activision. There's no sort of reason why you can't incentivize people to go outside and buy the console. There's no fucking reason. You can still do the cloud stuff. You can still do the TV stuff, the Game Pass stuff, and the console stuff. Why y'all can't do the console stuff? You can do everything in all fronts.
Now they pitched it. We'll see how it goes.
They have
And
to
then
move
time
consoles.
will
There's
tell.
no excuses. There's no excuses, bro.
Time will tell whether you're right or wrong.
I think they will though, because like imagine
They
going
have
into
to.
GameStop and they sell you, they'd be like, "Yo, you get this new Xbox, you get Call of Duty with the subscription." Like they'll attach it on the papers
See,
and everything.
yo, Tim, shout out to Tim in the chat, yo, good dude. It's not about beating. Listen, you see, I didn't use those words. It's not about beating
You just gotta sell more
Nintendo or
consoles.
PlayStation. I said sell more consoles. I never said beat PlayStation. I never said beat Nintendo or overlap them with amount of consoles. I said sell more.
Like that ain't
Sell
gonna happen.
more.
Yeah.
PlayStation 4 sold 120 million consoles. Why did the Xbox One sell 50 million consoles? It's too low. It's too low. They need to sell more consoles now that you own Bethesda and Activision. There's no fucking excuses. Stop giving them excuses. Stop saying cloud TV when the vast majority, it's a fact, it came out through the court shit. A vast majority of gamers don't use that shit. Microsoft themselves said they don't use that shit. They said it during this whole court shit that
Jimmy.
nobody uses this shit. So why are you blocking the deal because of this shit? You know what I'm saying?
I got-
Microsoft better sell more consoles. That's all I gotta say.
I got a question for both Jmaine and Kofi. At the end of this generation, how many consoles do you think Xbox is gonna sell? At the end of
Microsoft
the
has to sell at least 80. They have to
And-
do 80, 90 million consoles at least. They shouldn't be selling no 50 million consoles. They shouldn't be selling anything less like that.
I'm
They
a
should need to be 80, 90 million consoles
I'm
sold.
with KOFI.
100%.
I don't
Yeah.
think it's gonna hit that high. I think it's too late.
It will
What?
get
That's
that
no,
high.
no. It's not that. It's not too late,
Where-
Jmaine.
where
If they
they at
leverage
now?
what they got, if they leverage what they got properly,
barely
they
have
should hit
30
that.
million. That's what
They
you're talking
only,
about.
they only
That's
have
what
20.
I'm not saying. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Even if it's not this console, but their next console, but with what they got, Jmaine, if they leverage it properly, all the IPs, if they leverage it properly and market it properly, they should get this console should be flying off the shelf. It should. Be. I think so. I think so.
Hey,
Just
Jimmy,
nah,
it
I think
will-
so.
It,
I think
it
so.
will fly off
It
because
should.
all these new games and big IP they got coming down, like the Elder Scrolls 6, make that exclusive. That's gonna bring people. It
Not
is
everybody's jumping to
impossible.
PC. Yeah, not everyone's jumping to
Gamers-
PC, Jmaine.
Elder
Someone has to
Scrolls
buy the
ain't-
console.
Like, they were-
Not everyone's
they
jumping to
were-
PC, bro.
It is a fact. There will always be console people. There will people who will flatly refuse to the end of time to go anywhere near PC.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm
So-
saying. That's why they're saying the console market
But
is 300 million. It's around 300
It'll
million.
be
That's what
more
they
than-
say.
it'll
They
be
need to sell
more
more
than
than 50
Xbox
fucking
One.
million consoles.
But I don't think it's gonna be like 90.
It's
nah.
gonna do.
Nah. You selling them? Nah. You selling them short. They need to.
I'm
With
not-
what they
I'm
got.
just being rational. I'm just being rational.
Why-
Their market
so-
has
I'm with
never
Kofi.
been that
I'm with
big. So
Kofi. If it
you're
ain't at
talking
least
about
80
almost
million,
doubling their whole market in what 3 or 4
Yo,
years.
that's what I'm saying. They have
That's-
to capture
that's
more.
crazy.
That's what I'm saying. They gotta show a good deal, and capture more of the market. They said the console market is 300 million, right? They gotta do more. They gotta do more.
Sell the Xbox for $60. Do what
It's
you
not.
gotta do. I'm with Kofi.
It's not that, but they definitely gotta sell way more consoles than they sell it
No,
now
but
with what
the
they
thing
got.
is-
No way.
Next generation more than this generation.
No. This
Yeah.
generation, they could still do it because it's software that moves consoles.
It might be too
Well,
late by
okay,
this generation.
what-
By all of this
what-
shit
what
rolls
the
over, it
big-
might be too late this generation. But
If-
next
if I
generation, no
could te-
excuses.
If I could tell you on the year the Elder Scrolls 6 releases, you go into the store at Christmas and it's like, here's this box, Call of Duty, Elder Scrolls 6, blah blah, Gears 5.
They have the content,
Gears
J-Man. They
6.
can sell the consoles. They have the content, bro.
$50
Now,
a
People will
month.
buy that shit.
Yeah, bro.
Dog,
Like a
yeah,
Series
yeah.
S is $300.
especially
And
if
then
these
they
games are
do,
not
like,
on
the
PlayStation, J-Man. Yo, there's no, bro. It's either buy this Xbox for $500 or go build a fucking PC. So, J-Man, why are you telling me people won't go out and buy the Xbox? They'll buy it. People will buy it. Or
So
or
how
they're
many-
gonna build a rig.
How many system sellers do you see not hitting PlayStation in the next 5 or
Elder
6?
Scrolls. Look,
That's
Starfield,
one.
Elder Scrolls. These are big games, by the way.
I ain't count Star
It might not hit in this extra. That's what I'm saying. Say if this generation, if they don't hit that mark, I get it. It takes time for the ball to roll. By next generation,
I'm saying, I
they should
think
have
this-
all the leverage and all the
Yes,
IP in the
that's-
world
I don't
to
think it's
sell
happening this
consoles.
generation like that. It's gonna raise the eyebrows of people like, oh shit, they really serious about these games not hitting PlayStation.
And they're not on
So I
PlayStation.
need
So
to get it. But it's not gonna move everybody until you get into the next generation where now it's level playing field and you're like, okay, I'm looking at PlayStation, this is what I can get here. I'm looking at Xbox, this is what I can get here. Now it's more like, okay, it's more of a battle. You're already halfway through this shit.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. With this generation, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. If they don't reach the 80, 90 million mark this generation, cool. But by next generation, when the ball is rolling,
So how
yo,
much this
there's
generation?
no,
Kofi?
there's this generation. By the end of this, look, I could see this one selling similar to
70.
close to the. Yeah, I could see this doing like 60, 70.
Well,
that's if
how
that's if
many
they end
years-
really strong too
70
with great
at
content.
least.
70 max.
How many
70 at
years are left
least.
of this
I think 70 max
generation,
too. I agree. I agree.
though? How many
I-
years are left of the
Well,
generation?
they said that the next
I think
console
there's
coming
5 more.
2028. I think they said 2028.
Yeah.
28.
Yeah, I think
2028.
there's 5
Okay,
more.
yeah. So that they could easily hit 50, 60, 70.
50's
They can hit
Xbox
70.
One numbers. 50's
they-
Xbox One
yeah,
numbers, bro.
They can hit 70 easy.
70 at least.
That's what I'm
70
saying, bro.
easy.
Once again, if you sell more consoles, you have more opportunity to sell
They
Game
need
Pass. You have to
more.
look at it that way. They gotta sell more consoles, bro. They have to sell. Yo, I saw a post real quick. I know I've been saying we're gonna get out of here. My wife won't kill me, but real quick. Real quick. Indiana Jones and Starfield. There was a report that came out of the court shit saying something like those games were gonna sell like 10 million on PlayStation if they release on PlayStation. And Microsoft plans to subsidize that with what? Game Pass and what?
Game Pass.
Console sales. It said console sales. But Microsoft don't care about the consoles, Jmaine. I thought they don't care about the consoles.
No, they
I'm telling, they care about the fucking consoles. So Xbox community needs to stop saying that dumb shit. They care about the console. The console is important. The reason why y'all running with this narrative because the console ain't selling, but now they have all the pieces for the console to sell. You don't understand what I'm saying?
Microsoft saying they don't care about the console because they see their consumer base don't buy games that often. They see it. They see it by the numbers.
Nah,
look
bro.
At, look at you.
No excuses now, bro.
No
excuses now, bro. The Xbox console should move units now, more so than ever. No excuses. Bro.
This frick is EBT gaming, KOFI. EBT gaming. Listen. In Canada, in Canada, is weed legal in Canada?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
So here what? Microsoft is CBD. They don't have no THC in it. It's CBD, pure CBD.
All right, I'm gonna have to address this, my man. You're gonna need to go figure out what games you got coming out in 2024. Because Sony ain't telling you shit.
Yeah, I'm telling you, there's I'm telling you, yo, bro. This shit is important. Stop with that. Stop running around with that narrative that Xbox don't care about the console because they're clearly counting on the console sales to subsidize the Indiana Jones and the other underdogs. They said it them damn selves in them court papers, and I could retweet the 3 if you don't believe me. The console sales is important. They make a lot of money off the fucking console. They make most of their money off PC and consoles, not off no cloud bullshit. Nobody's playing Xbox game via their Samsung TV, bro. Like, I don't get it. Like, y'all have to understand this. Y'all keep on running with these talking points. Nobody's using it. Microsoft said themselves, nobody's using this shit. They said, you know what people use the cloud for? This is said in the court. They use the cloud to try out a game on their fucking console as they're downloading it so they can play right away if they're using it. That's what the most that people are using the cloud for. Nobody's using this shit.
Jmaine said, this word from Jmaine. He said the completion rate to something like Hi-Fi Rush is shameful. That's what Jmaine said. I didn't say it. Jmaine said it.
It is.
So that's what
look, bro. EBT, you could get a hot sandwich in the Ox store, bro, in the Bronx, bro. So
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Feel me?
You might have to go to the bathroom after that. You might have to go to the bathroom after that.
Yeah, but we're gonna wrap it up. I gotta get out of here, man. I gotta get it. Yo, it was a good podcast, man. I enjoyed this one. We had a lot to talk about. Shout out to all the people who came through and watched the podcast live. Shout out to all the people who hit the like button. Shout out to all the people who popped in for open mic night. I always do appreciate it. If you want to be a part of this, it's easy, bro. Just click the link and join next time. Just wait in the open mic waiting room and we'll drag you in and we have a conversation. We friendly here, we have a good time.
Man.
Get your shit off. If you ever want to come on and get your shit off, I'm giving you the platform to get your shit off. You know what I mean? As long as you cool, you're gaming, you're a supporter, you can come get your shit off anytime. So with that being said, Jmaine, you want to wrap it up?
Yes, sir. Definitely appreciate y'all tuning in. Make sure y'all hit that like button on the way out. Of course, check out our content as well as we drop it on our individual channels. I did just drop a video about this, Xbox beating the FTC in court. So check that out. And I'm probably gonna work on some other shit, trying to do more shit for the channel. Maybe live stream and stuff like that more too. So always appreciate the support. Appreciate the people that jumped in the call. Appreciate the people that super chat. Always love, man. So we'll catch y'all next.